Gosh, everybody is like a shade of blue, almost.
Except for you, you're white as a ghost.
But no, I'm talking about our colors that we use for in Roll20. I'm actually purple, but everybody else is like blue, really light blue. No, I'm talking about our colors.
Can I change that myself? Because you know I want yellow.
Purple, but yeah, you can. It's like
you click the little square color.
really light
Oh, I
blue.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, sweet. You're yellow.
Yeah,
you're usually yellow.
I'm yellow.
Purple, but
Yeah, I did that
yeah, you
before.
can.
I just am.
We should call you Yellow Boss.
Hey, everybody, hold on a second. Just one
Yeah.
second. 1 second. Just 1 second. Sorry to cut it all off, but 1 second.
Yeah, I did that before. I just am.
We should call you Yellow Boss.
Hey, everybody, hold on a second. Just 1
Yeah.
second. 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay, my audio works. That's all that matters. I've had sessions run, and I didn't even check it, and my audio wasn't working the whole time. So there are videos on YouTube where it's just me talking, and there's nothing. Anywho, let's see. All right, those who are dungeon masters that are not me, you guys are not in DM mode, right? I trust you.
I have no idea. Hold on. Give me a second and I'll check. To be honest.
Okay. Farron, as you're assembling the group, the combination of Natwin, the sorceress, and Boozer, the paladin, the drunken, the one who falls heavily, the one who is strong and does awesome, cool pirouettes, smashing heads off. They join, and you obviously go to Typhon as well, whose arm has been refitted by Malek with the strange key. It's not, you cannot operate it like a regular arm. You have disadvantage on swimming, on climbing, on pretty much anything that has to do with using that hand. All it can really do is hold that shield and move it just a little bit to kind of help with the blocking. But despite Typhon's
Used all the good puns already.
damaged state, I wasn't trying to be funny, I was just trying to be going forward. He is inclined to assist you, especially since you've mentioned, I assume, to the rest of the group that you have received guidance from the Archfey Corcheus. As you're gathering the group and kind of looking around at who else might accompany you, out from the crowd of town guard and the such like that kind of gathered around you comes Lelados, who Typhon you've traveled alongside with, and haven't seen too much since Hilton's fall. Farron, I believe you've been associated with Lelados once or twice in the past?
I think I went in at least one adventure with him, but not many.
At least one.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Typhon,
Good.
give him a hug.
Okay.
Typhon, my friend. How have you been? Oh my gosh, what happened to your arm?
Good to see you. I thought you were dead.
No, I've just been kind of honestly wallowing in a pool of self-pity.
It's understandable. We all lost a lot.
You would also note that he happens to have, and Booster would be probably easy, keen on seeing what this is, but near his water skin, he also has another bladder of skin, and it's one of the ones that Varn passes out as the alcohol ration, specifically from what he was making from those poison stingers, from those scorpions that were found.
Ooh, can I have one?
Well, you haven't gone and requisitioned one, but the alcoholics have. That would be Lelados and Boozer. Save it for the people who have real troubles and problems. Not just,
no, sorry.
Oh, wait.
I wasn't part of that expedition. I only ran it.
Right. Wait.
Yeah, Typhon. Do remember there are people who have crippling depression, and the alcohol is helping. So you got to let them drink it.
Crippled.
I love it.
Oh
Anyway,
man, that was an accidental pun.
Farron, you explained to Sirshaw that you've received a boat from the Tabaxi, and you also know where you want to go. There's a channelway just off the main bay of Dighgrum, the main bay of Dighgrum, the center of Dighgrum, that kind of leads off to the east, and your intent is to kind of sail around the outskirts and make your way into that point, as it's the easiest way to get to that channelway. And you know that the channelway goes down into the earth some ways, but deep within is where you were told the shrine is located. The shrine that has a secret, the shrine that has answers.
Yes. So I would also gather the group when I have the group of everybody that's going to go. I say hello to Typhon and Boozer and Searshaw and Lelivos, and I say, all right, I'm glad you are all going to join me here. So I cast water breathing. I say, get around. I'm going to cast this ritual to allow us all to breathe water. I guess you can just chill out, Searshaw, while I'm doing this. And so I cast that. That way, if Typhon falls off the boat and goes to the bottom of the lake, he won't die. So at least not without getting eaten by a shark or something. And then I will also want to cast Pass Without Trace, so we can hopefully do our little journey over there quietly. If you know, so that's some casting I'm going to do. The one is a ritual. The other one is a level 2 slot. So I'm going to mark that off.
Really smart.
Whisper to Farron, have you got any spells that you can cast to keep limbs intact?
Oh my god.
Limbs in.
Chad, you know,
Come on, Chad.
You know it's just going to be going on for a couple more days. Like, something else is going to happen. It's going to be hilarious.
A couple more days in game.
A couple more days in game.
In game, which is a week or two. We're so sorry, Typhon. You know, you have to be comic relief.
You guys like the perfect fucking rebuttals to keep zinging me.
Anywho,
yeah.
The point of the matter is,
service I offer willingly.
I do have fine traps prepared, so that if we come across something we think is trapped that Lelivos can't handle, just let me know and I will cast the trap. You know, find traps and we'll.
I have a great way to find traps too. Let me stick my hand in it.
Yeah, that's how you lost one arm. Not exactly, but.
My prosthetic in there.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to get that chopped up. Anyways, don't do anything crazy. Let Lelivos and myself and figure out what we're gonna do.
I would like to mention that I am not going to find any traps. I am not perceptive by any means. I'm pretty sure I can disarm them if you guys find them, but don't rely on me to find them.
I am perceptive, so hopefully I can find them. And I don't know, what about you, Searshaw? Are you perceptive?
I mean, I can see far, and I can see through a lot of stuff, but whether or not I notice it is another thing.
Okay, well, this may be tough without, like, I'm used to going on adventures with Shadow, and he finds and disarms everything. It's crazy. But,
we're just going to take that.
Oh, wait, yeah, you got that cloak of eyes.
Ooh, sweet. All right, guys, maybe we'll see it. So anyways, what our plan is this boat only holds 4 people. So when we go across, unfortunately, Searshaw, you're going to have to swim. So you can either swim behind us or in front of us, whatever your choice is, but or far away from us if you're worried, because we may be drawing attention going in a boat. I don't know how many boats go across this thing.
Yeah, I'll keep as close as I can with you guys. What I will do is I will send messages to you every so often, so you know I'm still there.
That'd be good. Yeah, that would be great.
Actually, that'd be awesome. You can swim below us and keep an eye out for things that are trying to come at us from underwater.
Right. And go ahead.
No, I certainly can. Yeah, I was green.
Oh, I was just going to say, and what I'm thinking, because this very easily could happen, if somebody gets knocked off the boat and into the water, especially if they're one of these plate wearers, we can you can come up and we'll give you a rope and you can go down and tie it to them, and then we'll drag them up to the boat. So that's our contingency plan, people. Just hang tight if you fall off. Don't get eaten.
50 feet of rope with a grappling hook tied to his belt.
Well, we don't know how deep it is, so we better all have ropes.
Well, that's fine. I mean, basically, as soon as he settles in the boat, he just takes the hook off his belt and just hooks it into the boat.
Okay.
All right. Those are our plans,
Got
John.
it. So you unfold the boat. The boat's laid out into the water. You see that there are basically two positions up front, which are your pole positions for rowing, and then you have two positions towards the back of the boat, which is more kind of like the keel and just kind of lower set cargo space for the boat, and that is a bit more roomy for individuals who may not want to row as well. Steershaw's not in the boat. What are your positions? Two up front, two in the back. Two rowers, two passengers. Just like a
Can we
club.
not take the Kuatoa with us?
I'm thinking no.
Yeah,
What do you guys
I
think?
can row.
let's not bring in another NPC. I'm gonna
No.
shoot that one.
Yeah, true. It's less, especially if they're wearing red tabards. That's always a bad sign. All right, let's have let's have Typhon and Boozer row, and then we'll have
That's a terrible idea. I only have one hand.
Yeah,
use the strong arm, your right arm. We'll put you on the right side or whatever.
I'm stronger than Typhon anyway.
Okay, fine,
Actually,
fine, guys. Let's have Chad in the back.
He's wounded. He's a wounded warrior. You don't make them do the work.
He literally,
Come on.
he literally just said, he said, you know what we should do? You know what we should do? Yeah, he's only got one arm, but let's make him row.
Let's make him row.
He said,
It's good for him.
he said, oh yeah, work out that new arm of his.
Yeah.
Somebody takes the row, like the oar,
All right.
drags it underneath,
Fine, guys.
and he has no arm. That'd be great.
Fine. We'll have Boozer row, and who else is strong? I'm decently strong, but probably not as strong as everybody. I have like a 14 strength. Or,
Lelavos
sorry, that's
is
a little bit
pretty strong.
metagaming. Lelavos? Okay, Lelavos. At the row. Are they rowing or are they up in the front to row?
Yeah, up in the front row. That's correct.
Okay, then I guess it sounds like no. Searshaw's swimming.
Yeah,
Sounds
I got it.
Typhon and I are sitting in the back.
I got it.
All right,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay.
Sorry.
No worries. So you guys head off, and you don't seem to be detected along your path. It is dark, it is cold, but out here in the waterway, out in the Bay of Dighgrum, which is basically just the flooded core of it, you can see lights glistening underneath you. They appear to be like luminescence that's coming from creatures or plants. You're not sure. You can also see that there are lights, more traditional in sense than the lights underneath you, that are glowing off in the distance in the buildings around you. But you
Does
remain.
Searshaw see anything?
No, not in the water. Another thing you'll note too, Searshaw, is the water, just like the channelway, just like the most of the water you've encountered in the city, it has a bit more of a like thickness to it, more of a viscosity, and it's a bit more difficult for you to swim in, but you're able to breathe it fine without it kind of inhibiting you or poisoning you as if you were going to drink it. It's able your means of breathing underwater are able to filter out the sludge of it. Not very long on the waterway, the boat actually kind of becomes coated with a nice film of slickness. But eventually you get to the point where you can see the opening to the channelway that you wish to enter into. And you can see that it kind of goes down at a pretty decent pace, forming on the sides of the walls with a bit of a white water on its edges. Boozer and Lelavos, since you're piloting the ship and kind of heading down into this channelway, Farron kind of is directing from behind, telling you that this is the way we're going. I need the both of you to make, actually pick your primary, and that person makes an athletics checks with advantage.
Booster's got to get below 10.
Who's the primary? Who's the strongest?
I can do
plus
it.
8.
Boozer.
Boozer's plus 8.
Okay. Do you think?
Rolled it, dwarf. He also really bad at rolling, but this time he got it. So the two of you kind of work in tandem, and very quickly kind of find each other's rhythm and move the boat down. As it kind of levels off and it doesn't feel like it's crashing down and slamming through rocks and such, you can see up ahead there's some stalactites that are kind of hanging down, and there's a bit of rock on either side that kind of makes the waterway kind of snake a bit through. The water isn't moving terribly fast. With rowing, you think that you're going to be able to move at maybe 10, 15 foot distance, every, time you move. If you're, just letting it coast, it'll drift 5 or so feet by itself. That said, the two of you up in front, go ahead and make me a perception check, the both of you, either not shared.
So wait, oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Boozer, you're pretty well versed in things of the underneath, and also kind of stories you've heard about the mountain dwarfs, from the mountain dwarfs rather. You know that the stalactites that are sitting up there are not sitting up there in a fashion that seems natural, and it kind of makes you think that they're not stalactites. And as you kind of look at them, you realize that they have kind of ribbed, weird tentacles with wings in between each of them, and strange eyes kind of like erupting from the stalactites looking around at you. You would recognize them as dark mantles.
Sorry, what was that? Dark?
Mantles. Are you not familiar with dark mantles?
Not really. No.
Basically, they try and drop from the ceiling and land on your head. And like,
in that case,
it's great.
I'll warn my party about them.
Okay.
All right, we might have to fight them. I'm gonna get my produce flame ready, so I can throw it at whatever comes near me.
The action is in the bottom right corner.
What's going on? Wait, did you put a map up?
Yep.
Bottom right corner.
Aha, okay, thank you. All right, come on, guys. Cannot let a simple dark mantle kill Typhon.
Oh, why me?
I don't know.
Okay, so there's still
He said a single dark mantle.
there's a total of 6 of them. You see the first one, right? But yeah, they don't appear to be like, they do appear to notice you, but they don't appear to be like detaching or coming down at you. They still seem to be maintaining their position up above. Searshaw, you said you were kind of riding beneath them, so I kind of put you off to the side. If you want to kind of dip to either side or hold back, go ahead and move your token wherever you would like for your aim.
Oh, where it is fine.
Okay, and then I need you to make me a perception check. Okay, so the waterway is about 25, 30 feet deep, but what you're seeing kind of up ahead, set in the water just beneath like the water surface at a depth that it can't be seen from above, you're certain, but at a, depth where it could probably impede the boat from continuing on, is a large creature that kind of looks like a huge just lobster with tentacles coming out of its mouth and just a nasty kind of just nature to it.
Does it look like they're going to row into it?
It looks like if they continue on, they would row into it, yeah.
I'm going to tell her to stop the boat, and I'll explain that there is a creature underneath ahead of them.
Okay, I will relay that to everybody on the boat.
What is the current like?
Again, it's not terribly fast at this point. If you just let it drift, it will continue on at 5 foot. It will continue 5 feet every 6 or so seconds. So basically, you're seeing it and realizing it at this point. You have a couple of seconds to talk beforehand, and basically, once you've done something that I think is worthy of me, snapping, I'll snap. So far, you're good. You're just drifted.
Okay.
All right. How do you guys want to handle this? We're going to have to fight these things, I think. And there's also something underwater.
So
Those things are above you?
Well, let's
he
handle
pointed
it.
them out. Do we see them?
Boozer points him out to you, I suppose.
Okay.
He said he did. He warned you about him.
And sorry, how fast is this water moving here?
Of course.
Again, it's not terribly fast. Enough to drag the boat or drive the boat 5 feet if it's not being rowed. If they row, it'll go like 15, 20 feet.
How deep is the water? Searshaw?
25 to 30, I think is what he said.
Do you guys want to jump in and kill whatever's up ahead and then come back to the boat? Because we can all breathe underwater. And you guys can walk on the bottom, probably.
What? No.
Yeah, I'm cool. No.
All right, we're going to have to find that thing eventually.
Yeah.
If you guys move the boat a little ahead, what I'll do is, I don't know, like I want to freeze the water so it attaches to the side, so just like a layer of ice that goes behind the boat, so they're not moving backwards, I guess.
Oh, so you're trying to drag it with a bunch of ice, you mean?
No, I'm just going to stop it from coming back towards us.
No, I think it would go this way.
Oh, is the water going forward?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, you guys are going into the mess.
Got it.
So you may want to stop it so it doesn't go into that thing.
Yeah, I can do it the other way if you want.
Yeah.
That might be helpful, yeah.
With shape water, you can basically form enough ice that it'll kind of buffet it from going forward. I'm okay with that.
Well, we're pretty stealthy still. We could just see.
Yeah,
We can
that's
sneak-
true. We are stealthy.
sneak by
Let's
it.
see. Go for it.
Okay. If your intent is to try and kind of just ride it out and make it past these weird mantles, I need everyone to make a stealth check.
Yeah, it's like Lazy River.
Look.
We get a plus something on that. I think it's 10.
Plus
Wait, can I
That's not gonna
just on
happen.
us and we just like coast on through?
You're passing without a trace, by the way, still from Farron, so it might work.
We might. You never know.
Go minus
So if
one.
I just throw darkness on everybody?
You could, but I don't know if that will help.
Well,
Well,
so,
I mean, it certainly can't hurt if everybody just like holds tight. And,
so
I mean, they
real
try to
quick.
attack us, they'll have disadvantage. They could land in the fucking water.
the current
How
course
come
of
I'm
it
on disadvantage?
is
That's weird.
make a stealth check. I don't know.
I'm also on disadvantage. That's so
Adamantine
weird.
armor.
My last thing was also disadvantage. It might be set on that sheet
Oh.
like that.
Change it to roll 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast darkness on everybody.
Okay, if you're casting Globe of Darkness, no one can see, and you're surrounded by a Globe of Darkness. That's cool.
Okay, now let's make a stealth check.
No, stealth checks are still going to be the same. Just go ahead and roll them. It's no
All
different.
right, well, here we go.
Yeah.
So all of these are plus 10, by the way. So they're
Yeah,
not.
they're plus
right.
10.
Oh, so I actually got a 12.
Oh my gosh, you're so noisy. It's a
Nope.
new one.
Yeah, mine would be a 25 if it didn't have disadvantage. So
Okay. So, let's see. Farron,
I don't know if I
Boozer.
have to re-roll that or not.
You're an adamantine, though. Doesn't that drop your stealth? Plate armor gives you disadvantage on stealth checks.
Farron wouldn't be.
word. I took expertise in stealth, and I also have boots of elven kind.
So it cancels out. Got it.
Word.
What's
Okay.
going on?
That's pretty
All right.
awesome.
Well, more than half of you succeeded. So that said, the boat will drift on. If you're letting it drift by itself, great. It'll continue on for a while, unless you guys are wanting to stop it. But you'll basically make it to this point. Go ahead and move your pieces so that they're kind of set on it, I guess. That works. And that said, yeah, just in the 4 square. That said, Searshaw, you know that the thing up ahead is probably, if they continue on, they're basically going to bump into it. It doesn't seem to be noticing you guys at all. From what you can tell, it looks like it has something in its tentacles.
Yeah, I will relay that back to Farron as well.
I'll say,
Regardless of
okay,
us
guys,
passing those things, there's still something large up ahead.
Is this thing up ahead underwater? Can we not see it?
You cannot see it from where you guys are at on the boat. She can see it underneath the water, though.
Oh,
Alright.
shit.
I'm thinking let's try the same thing and see if we can go over it.
Typhon readies a javelin.
Okay, going spearfishing.
Yeah,
All right, with your good arm.
exactly.
All right, Searshaw, is there anything that you want to try to do? Again, if the boat's allowed to continue, it's going to ram right into it with the bottom of the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, with the bottom of the boat. I didn't
Yeah,
know
you
that.
guys are going to hit it.
You ice it up?
It's kind of noticed, so that I can only ice up so much at a time.
So
Did
let's
you
draw
not
its
steer
attention and
us
kill it.
towards the edge more so we don't run into it, or are we gonna run into it no matter where we go?
Can I see what it's got in its tentacles at all?
Yeah, it looks like some other form of water life. It kind of looks like a squid. You're not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer, stealthily get as close as I can here.
Mhm.
And behind it, I want to throw like a
Okay.
tasty-looking fish off in the distance.
Directly
Not doing
behind
anything,
it
of course,
or
'cause it's
beneath
simple.
it?
I
Do you
don't
want-
think
Oh, it
Can-
has to be an object. It can't be a fish, I don't think.
So- Do you want to put? You said behind it. Do you want it directly behind it, a ways
yeah,
behind
I'm
it,
going to
or
put it directly behind it
do you want to go
along
beneath
the
it?
floor.
Okay. So as far as 30 feet can from behind it and directly down, just do me a favor and make a deception check. Okay. You managed to kind of create this illusion and create a sound underwater, similar in kind to like a, just, a whale's cry or a dolphin's cry or something like that. The thing seems to notice, and it throws its clawed hands behind its back. Its little like spiny like legs kind of thrush out behind it, and it kind of pushes its head forward, and its tentacles kind of like get close to its chest, and it darts like a missile towards the illusion. You're pretty sure that if it's as keen a hunter as it appears to be, it'll only be a couple of moments before it returns back to the floating carcass that it's left behind.
This. How big is the carcass?
It's about the size of a dog.
let's try to go by quickly.
About the size of the dog. Hold
Mhm.
on. 1 second. I have an idea.
In all seriousness, you haven't really been up on the surface, but just to make the case or make the point, stick home. It's a dark mantle. It's a dead dark mantle it has.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I'm going to control the direction of the water and push. When it let go of the carcass, I'm going to push the carcass along so it gets further away from us. So
Okay.
if it does want its carcass, it's going to have to leave.
Gotcha. So you're going to push it directly north then?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, is there anything you want to do besides that?
Not right now, unless they can come up with a better plan right now. I'm just
Well, they have no
sending those off to Farron.
they have no communication with you. Are you doing anything besides?
I'm letting them know. I'm letting
Okay.
Farron know anyway. It's not them.
She pops
All right,
up.
I tell everybody, all right, we need to go now.
Okay.
Straight ahead.
So you
Get
guys
rid of it.
are rowing as fast as you can. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
I
move
dropped darkness.
on past it
Row.
in the darkness.
No, I mean I had it up, but I stopped it.
Okay, go ahead and put yourselves on it. The 4 squares that are, there. That's fine. It'll end up, the jewel will end up here. Okay. Looks like there's a hard bank to the left. Go ahead and just move your tokens
We
along,
taking that, G.
and I'll follow along with the boat. But what I will explain is simply, at the end of the row, the waterway seems to kind of come to a whirlpool, a spiral down. It seems like you might be able to ride the whirlpool down. It's not like a straight down shot. I guess the best way I could describe it is, don't think Little Mermaid, like that just funnel. It's more like, it looks more like a bowl than a straight shot column. That or you can park.
We can go to Land of the Lost.
What would you like to do?
Do we have any way of checking to see what's in the hole?
What does it look like from my
Seriously.
end?
Oh, you basically are seeing a buffet of water. You're not able to see past it because it's all whitened from the inside. So you're not really able to see too much down, other than it seems to column down into a about 10 foot wide, maybe 20 foot wide, you're not sure, hole in the floor, 30 feet down.
Do I sense anything on where we're supposed to go?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. I'm going to use the force to try to figure out what I'm supposed
You want
to do.
is it? Okay, so in my understanding with the hole, if we just stop and check it out, can I take my bullseye lantern and shine it down and get us like any more visibility?
Yeah, if you guys, I mean, if you want to, the thing is, the water is, because you're going down, the water is picking up a bit. If you want to be able to just stare down the barrel of it, there's a small little peninsula kind of nearby that looks like it would probably be the best place to do that from.
So we could like, go on shore?
That might be wise, and we could take up a more defensible position because that thing might come up behind us still.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good idea.
Okay, you should have control of the boat, which is kind of a weird mess of a thing. If you hold Alt, you can kind of set it anywhere on the map, regardless of grid. So just place the boat where you would like to tie it off.
Right there, it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little close to the whirlpool, my guy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let me grab it, and I can use the command word, and I can turn it back into its little self again.
If you're if you're folding it, you fold it. That's fine.
Yeah, let's fold it up, guys, until we need to use it, because I don't want that thing coming back and destroying it.
First things.
Typhon walks it out on the beach and draws Lumiere and casts light.
First things first. I need a representative of the party. It's been a while since we've done one of these. To roll a D100.
Want me to do that?
Oh shit!
I don't want Boozer to do it. That's for sure. I'll do
Boozer
it.
should not do it.
He has not the best luck, I would
I've
say.
been pretty good tonight.
This is true. That's true. But let's just let me do it. That way, if it's bad, you can blame me.
Oh.
What was that? Was it really low? Because that means it's like a lich or something.
Jared, with the 8.
Damn.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
All right. So
Yeah, I should have let Boozer do it.
okay. The you kind of land and are looking around. You see these strange kind of like cairns of sand and dirt that have kind of been pulled up. And over on the walls, the corners, you can see spider webbing that's been kind of tightly bound around these large egg-shaped sacks. And as you're kind of looking around and such, you would notice that the ceiling appears to be covered with this webbing, but the webbing up above you is thicker. It's not as fine as this smaller stuff at the top. But Farron, what you notice is just across the way on the other side of the waterway, just hanging upside down from the ceiling, is a drow woman. But she does not have legs like a normal person does. She has spider legs.
Ah!
She has spider legs?
Yep.
Like a whole spider body, or just legs?
Like an arachnid body with it's like a centaur, but instead of horse legs, it's centaur or spider legs.
Okay, and I'm thinking, guy, once that happens, I would motion to everybody to all right, don't move, don't make any noise.
Oh no, she's looking right at you with her bright red eyes, and as she's kind of staring at you, you can see that she's stalking towards you over the waterway.
I would say, guys, I'd point it out. I'd point directly at it and be like, get ready. I'd produce flame in my hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Farron, produce flame, point it out. Aid from Typhon. Bagpipes.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we ripped
5
out the
points.
bagpipes.
5
begin.
points to Farron, 5 points to Searshaw, and 5 points to Lelivos.
Okay.
Sweet. Thank you.
Nice. Thank
And then I also cast.
You can only cast one thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
didn't know
I'm
this
not
was
giving
like a
you like a
turn.
fucking. I'm not giving you huge setup. I mean, this isn't like pre-game show. It's ready to fight you. You're doing
dig
one
a
thing.
trench.
Cool. Let's do this. I know exactly what I'm
I dig
doing.
a trench and I put
I dig a trench.
I put my adamantine breastplate over it so it can't get me. All right.
Oh,
Well,
man.
yeah. I mean, I lose then. I guess so it goes away. Anywho, initiative.
Initiatize.
Let's roll that. Boozer, is there anything you wanted to do in the setup? Like, do you want to build a trench or build a fort or whatever?
No. I'm just drinking.
Smart. And Searshot, anything that you wanted to do pre-game?
Oh my gosh.
That 4.99 though.
Did I get back in the water?
It's technically a 5. He has a -1 dexterity.
We could all get in the water if we wanted.
You could if you'd like. That's fine.
Safer in the water than with her on land.
Until that thing comes back and gets just you.
Hopefully I'll see it before then.
Hopefully.
So I like this cloak. It gives me 360 vision.
Yeah, and you're also under the effects of a pass without trace, so you should be pretty easy. You know, you should be able to hide.
All right. Let's see. Sorry, my stuff is taking a second here.
That is all right.
All right, Typhon, you're first.
Alrighty.
So it's about 40 feet up, and you can only just see it outside of your torch or your Lumiere light in shadows, so you really don't have sight on it. You move up towards it. It's still 40 feet above you, so you still don't have full sight on it. It's in the shadows.
Okay, hold on a second. You don't have light on, yeah?
That's why you're emitting a 40 dim and a 20 pure, right? I get you.
Sorry, I'm not looking. Sorry. Okay, hold on.
I'm telling you, it's 40 feet up, so it's right on the edge of your firelight.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. I only moved 15 feet. I still got plenty of movement. And then finally there. And I cast command.
Okay.
And I say parlay.
Wisdom saving throw. And it is
Jack fucking Sparrow over here.
She turns around and says,
You fucking.
that word does not exist in my language.
You might want to come over here.
What's the DC?
14.
Okay. It stopped.
5, 10, 15,
It looks down at
25.
It looks down at you. Not seeming to understand the word that you spoke.
Well, shit. Step 5 feet back.
I don't even know why I rolled it. I forget that part where it doesn't understand your language. You have the same problem with this that you have with your order. It's an elf.
Touche.
You really need to pick up that elvish, bro.
Yep, working on it.
Olivos.
Or stop taking shitty spells like command.
It's actually a
Shut up. Moving on. Olivos.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I can see this thing barely at the edge of Typhon's light, so I'm gonna spellcast at this motherfucker.
Hit it with a command spell. It was a good attempt.
Is in the house.
It was a good attempt, and it had me for a loop until I read that first paragraph. That could have been an interesting segment. I'm sorry. All right. Are you doing it towards its head, towards its legs, towards its middle?
I'm gonna try to do it like as sort of like not the head. I'm gonna try to do it towards its middle section.
Okay. So at the beginning of its turn, it'll take that damage. Does it really not take a saving throw?
Yeah, no, nothing. It just takes that.
That's a pretty dangerous
Nice.
spell. Yeah, okay, I remember because you used it to destroy the tremors. I recall.
Yeah.
Okay, so daggers start ripping into its spider flesh. It seems to be really annoyed. And in Elvish, it says, "Interlopers, interlopers." Seems to be the word of the place. It will drop down behind Typhon, landing there.
lady.
With its huge girth and weight, it kind of just shoulder checks into the paladin. Make an athletics check.
Oh shit.
Oh God. Oh, that's not the right one, but we'll go with the dice roll. I had +6 to a 13. Yeah, whatever. I would have done it with that anyways. It'll shove you into the water here. You'll
How
note
deep is the water?
you'll note that the normal ledging that you'd expect from like a shore isn't present here. It's a sheer cliff where the water hits
Of
against
course
it,
it is.
and it goes down 30 feet. I'll allow you to make an athletics check. Okay, so you're able to keep yourself about 10 feet up, underwater, so you're not falling straight to the bottom this turn.
Mhm.
But because of the water's movement, you will shift this way.
Okay.
All right. Then with its remaining attacks, because it makes 3, it will
I come in peace.
attack with a longsword against Farron. 15 probably misses,
That does miss.
and then it'll bite you, which probably hits.
How rude.
Takes 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right. 5 of that was already given to me, right? That Typhon stuff.
Right.
Yep.
Correct.
Those are permanent, or those last for 8 hours. They're not temporary.
Ooh, very nice.
So
Yeah,
you
that-
increase your max and
Max.
you gain 5.
Yeah, it's an increase of maximum. Boozer, you see this big nasty spider elf drop down. It does look a lot like the girl Andruxel from Cavern Camp, except that she looks like she's insane, whereas Andruxel has a very calm, focused demeanor. This one looks like it's insane. And also the
Oh.
spider legs.
I'll rush up, scream at her, "You're crazy winch," and take us attack, regular attack.
With what weapon?
Clubby the Mighty.
Oh my god! Oh,
Clubby the Mighty.
Do
Nice.
That's such an OP weapon.
it's really good times. That'll miss.
In that case, I'll try again. The normal attack.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I'm
middle
not sure
one
why
there.
I went twice.
Yeah, you hit with the 27.
I'm lagging or something.
Seems to be the case. 10 damage. All right. Lalavos, you see the drunk dwarf kind of whip out an axe, but it doesn't have a head. It looks like the head's been broken off, and he just starts beating it with this club handle. It's pretty dope. Searshot, you're up. You're underwater. You would see that Typhon is about 10 feet down, about 15 or so feet away from you. It looks like he is just grasping at what he can to try and slow himself on the rocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab him. Where is the shore I could take him to?
It looks like this area here would probably be the best place to kind of pull someone up. And I know you have a swim speed, but because of his weight, I'm going to need you to make an athletics check to see if you can drag him.
Does she have advantage because I'm trying to help her?
No, you're not trying to help her. I don't know if you've ever tried to rescue someone who's dropped into the water. I know you're not. I know you're
That
not.
ain't happening.
I know you're
I'm
not.
struggling.
You're not drowning, but you're trying to do your thing, and then this little blue-skinned woman is like, ha ha, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go limp and let you drag me now.
Stop trying to tickle me. I'm drowning.
You're not drowning though. You can breathe the water just fine.
That's right. You're
but
not drowning.
because of your shenanigans, you both shift 5 feet closer to the pool. All right, Farron.
All right. Well, since I don't like to get attacked and hit and stuff, I'm going to cast a spell. My Furbolg, one that it's hidden step. I'll click on it just so you can see, but it only lasts for 1 turn. So, but what I want to use it for is to get away from this thing without it beating the shit out of me. So I will do that, and then I'm going to move back a little bit and cast a spell.
Okay.
And I think what I'm going to cast, I'm going to move back. Is this? Actually, I'll move back right to here, if that works.
Show me where you're moving.
Right there.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'm going to.
before you move, she's going to go ahead and take an attack against you.
She can see invisibility.
It doesn't seem that she
I
can
hate
see
that.
invisibility, but as you're kind of walking across the ground, you notice that the ground around these weird, like, things has webbing all throughout the sand. And as you're kind of
Oh.
tracking across it, you realize that she probably detected your movement because of
Tremor
that.
sense.
She'll swing at you with a two-handed sword swing, and she'll miss. And in Elvish, as you kind of get away from her, still invisible, she says, "Come back, fey being! Come back, you filthy firebug!" All right. Then you were doing what?
All right. Well, I was going to have mercy on her until she called me filthy. So I will cast. Oh, man, this is a crazy one. Could I cast? How high up is the ceiling? Like 20 feet?
40 feet.
Could I cast Erupting Earth on the ceiling and have part of it collapse and hit her in the head and kill her?
Yeah, if you're going to give that a try, go ahead and cast the spell so I see what it
I'm
does.
gonna try the hell out of it. I'll click that.
As
It's
the
DC 16.
ceiling starts to rumble, Boozer, because of your position close to her,
Uh-oh.
you will note that it's a bad situation there. I'm going to go ahead and just go with the erupting earth damage because you're going to be funneling that much earth down at her.
Right.
The dex save will remain the same as well. However, because you're not channeling it like a spell, you're trying to cause like a raw disruption of it. Boozer, you're going to need to make that save as well.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Boozer.
Not my strong point.
Ouch.
As you kind of tangle with it with the club, it kind of catches it with like its one leg, and it's kind of holding you close to it and yelling over at the furbolg. The rocks come around, and it kind of lifts you up off your feet for a second, Booster, and you're like, "Oh ho!" And it kind of like causes the rocks to get hit by you, using you as a dwarf shield, and then settles you back down to where you were, still in the scuffle with it. You seem to take the brunt of that. It does get kind of a few pebbles to dance against it, but it doesn't seem as hurt as you. You take the full of it. That said, you're done, Furbolg, and Typhon, you're up. Go ahead and make an athletics check as your action. Unless your intent is to let the water take you.
All right. An athletics check, you said?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Really? God damn it.
Anybody want to
You're catching on, Boozer.
Anybody want to you're rubbing off on Typhon with paladins, or it's all gonna
Not how
eventually.
this is supposed to work.
The penultimate like paladin can't roll for shit, has no arms, is drunk, is emo tiefling probably. I don't know. Anywho, Searshaw, you're still attached to him, so at this point, I'll allow you to take one of two choices. Okay, one of two. Choice number one is you go with him, still attached to him, able to help him next turn. Choice number two, let go of him. At this point, and as a reaction, you can make an athletics check to swim away.
I have a grappling hook with 50 feet of rope tied to me.
When did that happen?
Can I use my inspiration?
It's always been there. It's like one of my staple engineering tools.
It's in your bag. Anyways, back to her. So you said you want to use your inspiration on him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So as Searshaw's kind of holding on to you like a koala bear on a bamboo tree, she kind of pulls, and like you can just feel like her destiny kind of pulling you towards the rock, and you reach out with your only good hand and you grab a hold of this just nice loose bit of stone that's perfect for your hand to just fit into, and your infernal fingers just kind of grip into the stone, and the two of you are just hanging there underwater, kind of being pulled in by the waterway. You're locked in position, no movement from you. And Searshaw, during your turn, you'll have advantage on the athletics checks you need to make to continue your way out. And Typhon, likewise, as long as you don't have a Searshaw on your back, you'll have advantage on any checks you want to make to get out. All right.
Oh my gosh, yay.
Belavos, make a perception check. Okay. Can you roll it one more time and set your stuff to roll too? Because I was actually giving you advantage for that, but yeah. It's okay. Just one more roll because I need to know what it would have been. Okay. Still really bad. Okay. Go on with your turn.
All right.
Lullaby.
No, it's me.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna step on up here against this chump.
Brawling.
And I'm gonna stab her with my rapier.
Okay. Do you walk around the mound or do you walk through it?
Around.
Not through it. Okay. It's not terribly tall. Like if you wanted to walk through it, it's like walking through a sand castle at the beach.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
You sure? Okay. I got.
Okay.
A rapier will miss.
Okay. And then that's, I just set my shield and I'm ready. I'm trying to,
Okay.
protect myself.
And that's another thing too. It's also rolling that with advantage too. So just yeah.
Oh, crap.
I gotta figure out your stuff here.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix it.
All right, no worries. I'm gonna go to the Drider. I'm kind of focused on this dwarf. Are you still invisible, Kevin? You're invisible to the start of your...
I think it was to the start of my next turn, but
Okay.
let me check it. I'll read it.
No, once you casted Erupting Earth, it would have.
Oh, you're right. That was a damaging spell. You're right.
Okay. Then the Driders are going to move with a very quick speed to it. The two of you, Lelivos and Boozer, can take opportunity attacks, but you will have disadvantage for those checks or those attacks.
Take it down. All right, Clubby.
That'll miss, and the rapier will hit. I think you should probably know its AC by this point.
All right, then. Boom. Take that.
It kind of like gets stabbed in the abdomen as it's rushing past you two with its spider legs. It kind of looks back at you angrily, but then it looks back at the Furbolg. Foul servant of the Fae! And brings its blade in. Two-handed. It's real mad. Swinging a hit.
I think 18. 18 AC.
Okay. And then second attack.
Thank God.
Swing and a miss, and then it'll bite. Swing and a miss.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, it seems to be really focused on the Furbolg.
It hates this Furbolg.
Boozer.
I'll run up next to Farron here.
Okay.
While I smash her in the face.
All right.
Nope.
Swing and a miss.
Or not.
Swing and a miss. Seer shot, like I said, athletics check. If you want to kind of pull yourself out of the water, you have advantage because you're basically using Typhon as a ladder.
Actually,
Or are you staying in the water?
I'm going to change the direction of speed for Typhon,
Oh,
or the direction the water's going where Typhon is,
perfect.
and I'm going to swim back.
Okay.
You said it's shore up here, right?
Yeah.
There's a shore up here.
There's a way to get up there. Yep.
So it hopefully won't pull you now, because it should change for an hour.
Nice.
Your Shaw MVP, you guys. I'm serious.
I'm trying to prevent you from losing another arm, but if you're hitting me in the face, there's only so much I can do.
Well, I don't think I mean,
Okay.
but I appreciate what you're doing.
Farron, it's you're up.
All right. If I cast a spell while standing in front of this chick, will she get an attack on me?
No.
She doesn't?
No, it's not how it's supposed to.
I'm going to try to help you guys out. I'm going to cast, now she does get a save for this, but I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on this. So that's probably, Dex save is probably huge for her, but maybe he'll roll like shit.
No.
Oh, man. Could I use my inspiration to like make her fail?
No. Not how that works.
That would be like reverse, cutting words of inspiration.
All right.
All right.
Uh,
So I could do a bonus action, right?
yeah, you still have one.
I am going to, as a bonus action, activate our cast Shillelagh on my staff and
Okay.
get ready.
At the beginning, of this round. Boozer, can you make a perception check? Okay, a bit more perceptive than Lelivos. You see over in this passageway to the south a man kind of standing there, like looking at you. He's a larger man, kind of just heavy set. He has like a dark purplish cloak, blue shirt underneath plate armor. In one hand, he's holding a torch. On that same hand is, or same arm rather, is a shield. And then he is holding a sword. He's kind of just looking at you. He looks like some sort of knight.
Okay, noted. I'm focused on killing her right now.
Sure.
Don't accidentally kill him.
I mean, I'm just saying, you better not scare me. You better not run up on me.
Might have to start some shit. Typhon, you're up. If you want to climb out with the assistance of the water, no check is needed because you're basically just going to climb this very easily scalable bit of rough rock. It'll take you 20 feet of movement just to get back up to the surface.
Come on, Typhon.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Back to where you-
Athletics.
No check. Just you can pull yourself
Oh.
up.
Yeah.
The water's kind of
To do that?
now pushing you up, so it's easier to do it. You have 10 feet of movement left.
Okay. 1, 2.
What does that look like? You coming out of the water and walking toward it?
Like I basically just first, like in those cool ass movies where you see the hero just rise up out of the water. I just step up out of the water and walk out. I look like fucking Jason Momoa in Justice League.
I asked for that, so you know.
And then I'm going to dash or help my homies out. And then
Okay.
bonus action. Actually no, that's 2. That's my turn.
All right.
Sorry, there's a handout. That's what the guy looks like, Boozer.
Mysterious
What?
note.
That's not
Why
nearly
is
as
Mud
as
watching
menacing
us?
That's just what he. That's just how he was drawn. That's not how he currently looks. He's a little.
Friendly
He
enough.
looks nervous actually at this point.
Why is one hand a real hand and the other hand is a gauntlet? That's weird.
I don't know. Lelivos. Again, you don't see the other guy, but Typhon comes out of the water like some really bad movie, and what do you do?
Sorry.
Sorry,
For the stab connection, I'm walking up here,
you're walking.
giving him the rapier.
You're walking around the mounds or through them.
Always
Okay.
terrified.
Hit.
All right. Nice.
Take that.
Welcome
I
back.
don't play.
Right, and then it goes to no bonus actions or anything. The Drider will go. It does look back at you with a very kind of annoyed look, like a cat that when you're petting a cat on the back, and it kind of looks back at you like annoyed. That's this Drider right now. It's going to swing at the Furbolg. Is anybody using any reactions? I don't know if you have the protection fighting style Boozer or not. Just want to make sure before.
No.
Okay. All right, that's going to go in
Can you
on.
knock me into the water or something?
Take 12, Farron, and then its second attack.
All right.
Will
12
miss.
damage.
And then, much like a cat who is being attacked on his butt, it snaps back at you with its teeth. Lelivos. Arrgh! But it gets nothing but armor and nothing.
Tink.
Adamantine armor.
I know how to survive against my cats. I'm just going to wear plate armor. All right. Boozer.
Come on, Boozer.
I'll try hitting him again.
Do that special move you have. Don't you have some special move?
This guy's hard to hit.
Oh,
Miss.
okay. Yeah, it is
Um,
hard to hit.
Roll,
I tried to cast.
roll a
something.
20-sided dice. Okay. You managed to hold on to Clubby. All right. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, it's your shot.
Blast it.
I was debating it. I just got really good decks though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Ray of Frost her.
Okay. That'll hit.
Nice.
She looks
And that'll-
back at you and says something in Elvish. Do you speak it?
No, I have no idea what she's yelling.
Okay. Fair enough.
I can speak Elvish.
She says, "You half-breed bitch!" She looks over across the waterway.
She didn't like that. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. It's gonna be my turn.
Fair.
All right. I'm not happy anymore. I'm sick of getting beat up by a spider chick. So what I'm going to do is use a bonus action to activate the snake head on my staff. Yes, you heard me right. I'm
Snake head.
activating the snake head.
All right.
And then I'm going to whack it.
Bring it.
Hopefully successfully. That's what.
Snakes. Sticks to snakes. Sticks to
Yep.
snakes.
Oh, come on. Yes, a 19.
That'll work.
Nice.
And does it get poisoned? 14. It has a
It's
DC.
actually, it's immune to poison.
Son of a bitch.
Wait, no.
So I've got the snake activated for
Wait.
for nothing.
No, it's not.
It's not? All right.
What the hell?
happened?
What the? What the? Oh,
Yeah, I didn't think they were, man. I didn't think they were.
They used to be.
I know. but-
Oh my god.
Sweet 14 freaking poison damage.
Dude, your snake head comes snapping out at it, bites it in its shoulder, and she starts like, looking at you like, you fat you filth. It's really annoyed.
I
Type,
say, run away now or you shall die.
type it.
Oh, she dying anyway.
She
Yeah,
does. She
well,
does,
I'd like
though.
to tell her that. If she runs away, you guys can whack her and kill her.
She totally thought
Alright.
she's like, oh, snake, whatever.
That's
Like
exactly what that was.
that was literally
So-
my brain was like, snake something in the shit. Then I read it I'm like,
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill it, Typhon.
We need to finish our conversation. Yes, sir.
Oh, no. I think you missed
The
it
18
twice.
miss.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's hard to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they miss with an 18, they hit with a 19. Do the math. So, anything else you done?
No, that's it.
All right, Lullabos.
Well,
Raspier needs to get some more blood on it.
I know. I guess I'm just gonna stab this thing with the rapier since I'm doing so well for once at hitting something.
Yeah, this is the
Uh-oh.
gate. This is the gate guardian.
Ooh, man,
Nice.
you were kicking ass.
Oh my goodness.
That's 47 this combat to this chump.
All right. It's kind of in a weird place. In that it is kind of scared.
Going through a bad relationship.
A bad relationship.
Lost its job.
It took too much of that snake stick. You know what I'm saying? She's going to make an athletics check to try and jump straight up towards the ceiling.
Oh, I hope she fails.
Oh god.
You scared,
And
huh?
It's good enough for her.
Okay.
Do we get a tax of opportunity?
All of you do, and you all have
Oh.
disadvantage on your checks.
I got the snakes activated, guys.
Fuck my life.
Miss.
Bummer. We all
Kevin,
missed.
roll a 20-sided dice.
Uh-oh. Don't do anything crazy. I hope I throw it right in the water. That would be bad. All right. I thought I rolled it. Oh,
Okay.
not too good.
And then make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Uh-oh. I am, I don't really like to get bit by snakes. I'll tell you that.
You do get bit by the snake. It doesn't do any damage to you, just like a light nibble. But you seem to kind of just shrug off the poison. You kind of like shake your hand really fast. No.
I got cocky.
yeah.
That's what it was.
You were just rolling around with that snake. You didn't know what to do with it, and its fluids just got everywhere.
Oh, man.
Boozer, you're up.
Kill it, Boozer.
I
You can
apologize.
do it.
How high up is it?
40 feet. It kind of jumped up and grabbed onto the webbing, which is about 30 feet, and kind of pulled itself up into them. They're kind of like a rafter.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I know what Lullabos is going to do on his turn. But I think he's the only one who's... Well, the Javelin, I guess, from Typhon. You can pull out that Neo Guy crossbow.
How high are these?
You know it.
Oh, that thing is baller.
What were you saying? Sorry.
How high are those mounds you were pointing out?
They only go up about like a foot or two. You could actually walk through them as if they were like a sandcastle, if you wanted. Do you want to?
No.
You
So if she's the wall or the ceiling is 40 feet. How big is she herself? Is she
She's
around
about
10 feet tall?
12 feet tall, and she's about like 10 feet
Alright,
wide.
that works then. So I'm gonna Misty Step within her reach.
Full of surprises.
Oh, dude. Okay.
And I'm gonna try and grapple onto her.
Oh, nice.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, your rolls.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
So
man.
Boozer, you pop up. You're like, ha ha!
Well, I do have 2 attacks. Can
Well,
I
hold
grapple again?
on. So you like grab onto her, and she stiff arms, and yeah, you can attempt to grab her again. As this one's a bit more desperate though, since you're falling. So go ahead and make it.
I'll still do decent.
Nice. Your rolls are
Yeah.
sweet.
Not
So
happening. All
she,
right.
you kind of
Still
grab onto
falling.
her, and she gives you the old football stiff arm, and then you try and grab onto one of her like like a bit of her hair or whatever, and she kind of just like whips it away, and you fall 40 feet.
Oh.
Well, 30 feet. I only went. I can only go.
That's
30
right.
feet.
That's right. 30 feet. Sorry. So 3d6. I'm not typing. Hold on.
Oh, I tried.
That many.
Good try, Boozer.
As I roll
I'll
boxcars and a 5.
Okay. So I need to make an athletic check.
For what reason?
You're also
I don't
prone,
know.
Boozer. No, you're. What are you talking about?
Athletics?
What are you talking about? Who are you? Have you been gone for a second?
Yeah.
Well, then don't worry about it. I'm not talking to you. Serious shot. I love you, Chad. I love you so much. I want to give you a big old hand. That'll hit. Yeah, she's starting to rhyme over, and she says pretty much the exact same thing she said before. So you're thinking you're probably being cursed at.
Yes, she is cursing at you. I can verify that. But you're doing good.
Farron? Yeah, she's about again like 30 or so feet above.
All right. I'm going to bonus action deactivate the snake because it bit
Okay.
me. And then I'm going to oh wait a minute. I want to produce flame and throw it. I think I can still do that with a full action. I don't need a bonus action to do
Yeah,
that.
that's perfectly fine.
I think a 14 is going to miss it though.
Yeah, it will.
Isn't it?
It does miss.
Son of a bitch. All right. I don't know what else I could do. I guess that's all. How badly hurt is Boozer laying on the ground bleeding?
Pretty bad. He's bloodied. You're out of action,
All right.
so
I
Typhon,
think I can. Okay.
you disarmed the
You're
snake,
right.
then you shot a flame ball.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Typhon.
I drop Lumiere by stabbing it into the sand, and then draw a javelin and hurl it at her.
Okay, that'll hit. Boozer, as you're laying there on the ground, you kind of look over to the weird knight, and you can see him with like a shocked look on his face as you hit the ground. He actually turns and starts running down the chasm way that he was standing in front of.
Uh-oh.
Typhon, you throw your javelin up into the air. It hits her in the shoulder and kind of sticks for just a second, and then falls out and kind of descends back down into the stone near you.
And hits Boozer.
Not enough time for you to be able to pick it up and throw it again, but just
So I've got another one.
oh, if you're throwing a second one, that's fine.
Make
Yeah,
another
go ahead.
Okay.
I need you to roll me a 20-sided dice.
attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's gonna hit me.
You may hit Boozer
Oh,
here,
man.
or me. Real good.
So yeah, the javelin does descend down. It'll do its piercing damage to Boozer.
Oh no! No!
Injury to insult.
Did it hit his arm?
It took his arm clean off.
Severing
I'm kidding. No, it just hit him like in the kind of like in the cheek.
Oh, so now he has a
Really?
scar right on his face.
Lelavos?
Oh man.
Come on, you gotta kill this thing.
How bad does this thing look?
Dude, it looks like if you probably hit it one more time, it's gone.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out this brand spanking new Neogi crossbow that I've never fired before,
Click clack, the force starts to ignite.
and this thing's about to take one of these young force bolts.
Mm. Dead it is.
Yes!
Mm.
Right up the spider.
I need all
Whatever.
4 of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice. It's gonna fall on us now.
Just make a dexterity saving. It's more for fluff than anything, but yeah.
Oh my god, Boozer.
Alright.
Hey, actually, you get +3 to that saving throw. Not that
Yeah.
it's gonna help you.
No, you
The
guys,
same with Farron.
you would. So, Lelavos, you're kind of backing away. Boom! Shoot it straight up. It hits. It kind of and starts falling towards you, and you're like, nope, I don't want any of that. Typhon, you step back quickly too. Boozer laying on the ground isn't really moving. Typhon, you don't get out of the way quick enough. It hits you in the back. Boozer, it lands directly on top of you. And Farron, you back away just fine, stepping into the weird mound, learning that it's filled with small spiders, nothing deadly or anything. It just seems to be like an egg hive. The spiders aren't actually full born yet either. But yeah, the 2 that got nailed, just the 2, Boozer and Typhon, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as its frame kind of falls into you.
I am actually unconscious now.
And
Holy
underneath
shit.
it.
Holy.
Roll a D100 for me though, just for lulls. Okay, it's not under 10, so you're able. You're kind of like not directly underneath its abdomen, like its back end, its thorax or whatever it's called. I don't know, spiders. Anyways, you're actually underneath the girl portion, so your head's off to the side and your arms are kind of off to the side as well. Your legs are kind of underneath the spider portion, but not your top half. You can breathe fine. We do have a dying guy. Go ahead and make a death saving throw since it is you next. Cool. And Searshaw?
I'm gonna try to make it back across now.
Okay, no problem. Farron, healing him.
I'm gonna. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go all out. I'll use my my prayer bead that has healing, cure light wounds, and I'll snap that off on him. It's a level 2.
Okay.
Hoping it works decently here.
10 hit points back.
There's 10. And I'm gonna pull him very carefully, keeping his neck.
Yeah, you get him out.
Secure. I pull him out from underneath it.
You get him out. Make sure there's no more injury dealt. As it comes to, though, and the Drider's threat is dealt with, I will remind you, Boozer, you did see the weird knight kind of brush off.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I guess I'll just mention that there was some guy down that hallway as I stand up and start trying to heal myself.
I'm not sure if I'd believe you since you just were unconscious. Don't worry, that happens. It wears off.
I believe you. I'm gonna shine my. I'm gonna take out my light my bullseye lantern. Set it to.
You have an everlasting torch.
Yeah, but his shoots 120 feet down the hole. So you see at the end of your light, just at the end of your light, there's a double door. And as you're looking directly down at it, you can see it being shut.
Looks like somebody ran through a set of doors down there.
All right. Let's go check it out. I'm going to heal myself.
I'm going to.
Boozer, you laid on some hands. The only paladin who actually can do that because you're the only one that has 2 hands.
Lay on hand.
Yeah, I should definitely
You can only heal for half your total amount.
That should be a thing.
All right, guys, I healed myself.
Lay on
Anybody else
hand.
need to be healed?
What if he attached a lich arm to his other arm and one hand was lay on hands and the other hand was siphon life?
So he's like what, Moira from Overwatch?
Does the drow have anything interesting on her?
No, she's a big spider monster. She has a sword.
Is it a +1 rapier of ass kicking for
It's a long.
Lilithus?
It's a long sword. It seems to be of elven craft. It doesn't seem to be magical. It's actually rusted and chipped on its edges. Its fine craftsmanship seems to have kind of been weathered over time.
Wanna save it?
No,
I'll grab it and
absolutely
save
not.
it.
I don't care.
Does
Who's are looking?
yeah? How's Boozer looking? Does he need more healing or
He's okay.
I'm all right.
you're
I'm
all
just
right?
gonna
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kick the Corsair into the water.
Kick it into the water.
Okay.
Is that
You take two. You take 2 damage.
if you're,
Actually,
if you're putting it in, let me know if that's a real thing that's happening.
yeah, if you're putting
push
it in, I'm going to get in and watch. I want to see where it goes down that.
You see it gets slooped right into it. It seems to fit perfectly. It just
Ooh, plugged it up.
no, it doesn't plug it up. It goes in.
Ah,
Like it's
just
like a
goes
big
in,
massive turd, but it goes down the flusher.
It's good. It's bad when it gets all clogged up.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that's so gross. That's
All right, let's go, guys.
the
Then.
fucking visual is disgusting.
So I'll put the long sword in the I'll hang on to
Okay.
it for our
As
whatever.
as the other people are doing that, and Lilibos, you're still kind of looking at that door with the light, just keeping perceptive. You hear what sounds like winches and chains being kind of levered and pulled and whatnot, like a coming from down that hallway. But it's just like, you can just kind of hear it. It sounds like a drawbridge or a portcullis or something like that being kind of
Probably our
up or down.
eyes open for traps just in case.
Yeah, let's go.
I suggest we get down there as quick as possible.
I will do that. I'll follow Lilibus down there.
I can
I'm gonna run
collect
down there
the
double
and
time.
follows.
Okay, you guys hoof it. Those of you that do, and Lelivos is up in the lead. When you get there to the doors are shut, and they appear to be locked. Your quick estimation is they're not barred, though.
I'm gonna attempt to pick the lock.
You pull out the ring for the first time after putting it on, and kind of like look at it, and the gemstone kind of pulls away, and inside the picks kind of come out, and you set them into the lock.
No. I'm gonna say, hang on a second, Lilibus. Maybe we could talk our way into this.
Make a thieves' tools check as if you want to, or if you'll yield. That's entirely up to you too. The sound of the is still going for a couple of seconds, and as like he's saying, let's talk our way through this, it stops, and you're pretty certain that it was something being lifted up and set.
And
He's
I'm
pointing
gonna
a cannon at the door.
You hear on the other side, if you guys are quiet and not talking at this point, just waiting, you hear a voice say, "Morris, you ready? There's, I think, 5 of them. You ready?"
I'm gonna look at Lilibus. What do you want to do? Whisper.
I'm gonna whisper back. I'm just picturing like a really massive crossbow on the other side of this thing that just like shoots 10-foot wide bolts. I don't know.
That sounds like a episode of Vikings or something.
I step closer to the wall.
You know what? That wasn't something I had originally planned, but I just grabbed a big ballista and put it in. I mean,
All right.
that's a really smart idea.
No. What I mean is, what do you want to try to talk your way through this? I bet you could, or I could. Now this is coming from Farron, who's a really nice guy, and he thinks he's charismatic, but he's not.
Yeah, but we have like spiritual leaders with us. Shouldn't they be the ones doing the talking?
Yeah, we'll try to persuade them to open the door.
Chronicle their.
Yeah, that's true. Farron is a Fey creature who kind of is getting involved in like the Fey court in like in not a like a direct way, but like he's so he could possibly, if they have anything to do with the Fey, he might be able to talk his way in.
I was talking more like Typhon or Boozer, right? Aren't they both men of the cloth?
Typhon gestures for kind of step back in case there is some crazy shit about to happen with the door.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd like to persuade them to let us in, that we aren't here to harm them. We are simply here to help.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to talk to them, whoever is going to talk to them, I'm giving you inspiration.
He takes the butt of his sword and just like bangs it on the door loudly 3 times.
Ah, what do you want?
You don't have to worry about us. We just want to talk.
I give Typhon inspiration.
The Azuma 10 listen to no one. Get out of here.
The hootie whatty?
Azuma 10.
Azuma.
Yeah, Typhon looks back and says, Azuma 10.
Zabumafu?
Anybody who
Is that
wishes
his
to
name?
can make a history check.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it, Typhon. Why?
I could try, but I don't think I would know. Yep.
Completely just... What? What's that? Even with a 15. What's that?
I'm sorry, the who?
Be gone from this place. We thank you for what you did with the spider. But besides that,
Well, why don't you think
get
us in
out.
person, face to face?
That's not really up for... That's not something we're interested in doing. Be gone. Be along your way.
Why do you wish us to leave?
Because I'd really hate to have to kill all of you, especially with that nice thing you did for us.
Are you threatening me?
No, let's not go there. Loser. Let's not go there.
The Order of the Eastern Sky doesn't make threats. They make promises.
Okay.
The Order of the Eastern Sky, does that sound familiar?
You can attempt to make another history check, I
Ooh.
suppose, but Jason already nailed it. The Order of
Jason's
the
heard of it.
Eastern Sky is actually known to you, Lelavos, because you've been east of here. On the border of Seiryu and Stormloft Kingdom is a city known as Drayans. It's ruled over by Duke von Drayans. And there is an order of knights known as the Order of the Eastern Sky, also known as the Azumaten, which is the Seiryujan word for Order of the Eastern Sky, that basically serve as his private army, his private police, his operatives. What they're doing here in Stormloft, you have no idea. And what they're doing with from what you suppose, from the door that you're looking at, a dwarvish stronghold as their redoubt, you're not certain.
We are. Oh.
I turn to the paladins, and I'm like, these guys are big business. This order's not some small thing. They work directly with the Regency. And I kind of give them the rest of the background you gave them.
Mm-hmm.
Typhon bangs on the door again. He says, I've always wanted to meet a knight of the Eastern Order.
Well, that's too bad. Get out of here. Door's staying closed. Bridges are staying up. You come in here, we'll pepper you.
What are you, Typhon? Tell him what you are.
I myself am a member of a knightly order.
Sheesh,
Which one?
that's cool.
Oh my god.
You hear from the other side. That's
one?
real awesome. Then, Sirsha, I need you to make just a good old-fashioned Arcana check.
How many voices have we heard
So far, 2.
Nice.
Sirsha, you hear a very distinct sound, which you recognize as teleportation magic. It doesn't sound like something's leaving. It sounds like something is
Something
coming
showing
in.
up to kick
Oh.
ass. All right, guys, maybe we should get out of here.
What's this door made of?
It's stone, reinforced with iron. It's dwarvish.
Oh, ask him if he knows where any Fey shrines are.
So, real quick, are people like whispering and talking on the other side, or are you guys trying to
Yeah.
listen into the door? Is there anybody who's like trying to hear what's going on the other side?
Hell no.
Not standing that close to the door.
They just cocked a shotgun. I'm not putting my ear to the door.
Let's get out of here, guys.
We go and take a look through the people.
Typhon has no desire to kill knights of another order.
Yeah, right. They're humans, or at least some of them are. I don't want to fight those people. Let's get out of here and keep looking.
Farron, as you turn and start to walk away, you hear a voice in your head that sounds very familiar to the voice from your dream as you meditated last night on your circle. And you hear the voice of Corsair say, The shrine is behind those doors.
Oh, I put my hands up in the air. And I'm like, okay, guys, what I will do then is I'm just going to turn around and walk right back to the door. And I'm going to knock on the door.
There's a
And
bunch
then
of
I'm
knocking
gonna-
going on, yeah.
I'm
And then
going
you
to-
hear a female voice just
Oh, okay.
respond, and she says, "Yeah, we get it. We know you're on the other side. You've been told to leave. Leave this place.
No,
by
you do
order-
not understand.
By order of
Do
the
not-
Eastern armies, by
You
the regency of the Kingdom of Stormloft, by the
You-
sworn loyalties of the Council of the Lords, you must leave this place, or you will
Okay.
all forfeit your lives."
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but you have to understand one thing before we go, because we have no intention to fight you or to hang around and outweigh our welcome. But what I wanted to say was, my name is Farron Gothel. I am a druid of the Circle of Dreams. I am a friend of Cloud Giants.
You
And
hear a yawn,
a
very
server-
audible on the other side. That's
A
great.
servant of. Oh, my phone is doing something weird. And a servant of the Archfey Korsheth. Pronunciation may be off a little bit.
That's
But
great, she says. In
I am
response.
looking. I am on a mission to help. We have a camp of varied humanoids not too far from here, and we are what do they call people that come from a burning place? Like we're refugees from Hilton, and we're trying to destroy.
You hear like laughing on the other side.
Okay, we're trying to destroy the sleeper because
more
he
just
is.
laughing.
You've heard of the sleeper, right? The aboleth who is fouling this place. We're trying to destroy him, and we are on a mission to get to a secret shrine, and it is on the other side of that door. And you must believe me, I do not come here
You
to
hear a
fight
voice,
you.
not really trying to cut you off, just speaking over
That's
you.
fine.
And she says, "Padrig, ready the traps." And then you hear the teleportation sound siphon again, and it sounds like the woman is gone.
Ah.
What'd you say? Take the trap or ready the traps?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody put your weapons away, because I don't know if they're going to actually set these traps off or not, but I don't want to look like we're fighting.
I think
I don't know why not. These guys are kind of assholes.
Yeah, they are, but we need to get through there.
I think
I
I was
feel
told
like
to open the
I'm
door, so
not-
I'm gonna kick down the door.
Go ahead and make a.
I don't know if I'm really in the mood to piss off like an entire regency and government, like and
Right,
like
definitely,
you
yep.
wanted.
You
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a bad. Idea.
put
Look,
boot to-
Boozer,
you-
don't do
you
that.
put boot to door, and it goes and opens up. I'm gonna
I'll
go
step
ahead and allow you guys to kind of fall in a little bit here, but I'm just gonna pull you to a different map here. Hold on.
Boozer, you got the door open.
It was easy.
That's what Typhon yells as soon as the door opens.
As the door opens, and you kind of are standing there, you hear Typhon yell, "I am a member of the Order of Rosa. I too serve the Emperor and the Council of Lords." And you step in, and you see a chamber. It appears that up ahead of you, there is a drawbridge that is down, and on the opposite side of that, there's a second drawbridge that is up, and you're seeing the front of it. Along the drawbridge on the ground, and the one that you're looking directly at, are arrow slits. To your right and to your left, there appears to be kind of hall passageways, which are well lit by these strange glowing gemstones that sit about 15 feet above you, the ceiling being about 20 feet high. On your left side, Boozer, you see a crank. Directly opposite of that, 20 feet or so, closer to the drawbridge, there's another crank. And as you kind of step in, you see that there are like half columns set against the walls near you. And on them are these weird, strange metal pipes, which are pointed directly at you. Yeah, I'm going to need the two of you that came in first to make dexterity saving throws.
The dexterous knights.
You get +3. Not that it helps. I get +4.
Great. Neither of you succeed. So you'll be taking a total of
Mother. I can't believe they shot you guys.
poison damage.
Oh, I'm resistant, I think.
And damage?
Foe.
Poison damage. And
Okay.
as these kind of bursts
I
of
did it.
like this green gas kind of like hit you in the face, you feel this strange just sensation kind of come over you. If you are intent on rolling initiative, we can do that. But if you're not intent on rolling initiative, I need the two of you to make Constitution saving throws. You have advantage against it, Boozer.
And +3.
Okay,
I got a 24.
sure. And Boozer.
19, I guess.
You
Oh,
18.
that's- So
+3.
you feel a bit
Yeah, 19.
groggy after the onset, and you kind of just wrap it off. It looks like these weird pipes are done with what they're doing, but you can see that there are arrows, or bolts rather, sticking through the 2 arrow slits on the bridge opposite of you. And they'll go ahead and take their shots. Yeah, I should have given them ballistas. That was a really smart idea. Rookie.
One shot.
That's terrible. It hits like everybody in like a 5 foot wide.
I don't know why it's not clicking.
I don't know. You're keeping us in suspense.
Uh,
I'm thinking we're gonna have to go, guys. Archer's Eye.
so they're both using the that effect, and these are normal heavy crossbows. They will not have the benefit of the +1, so just 1 damage less or 1 less attack from the attack rolls. So it's probably a miss, and that's probably a hit since it went Typhon and Boozer.
Yep.
So you're taking 21 hits, right?
Yep.
Okay, you're taking 7 points of damage.
All right, let's get out of here.
Didn't you need a shrine here?
Yeah, but I have an idea. I can try to maybe sneak through alone. It might be better. Otherwise, we're gonna have to fight these guys, and that could get ugly, especially since they're hiding.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna back out.
I'm going to go ahead and go from left to the right. Farron, as you kind of back away, you do hear the voice again say, "But the shrine is beyond that chasm."
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to sneak through, I think.
And then, Chad, what are you doing?
I pull out my seal, my night seal. I
Mhm.
hold it in my good hand up above my head.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Boozer?
So they're straight ahead of us, right? So could I
You
run over here and be out of line of sight?
Yeah, you could run off to the side. That would be exactly.
And I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right, I got an idea. So you're gonna move up there?
Yep.
All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna actually change my mind and transform into something and continue moving.
Okay. Searshot, what are you doing?
I can't see this map at all, so I have no idea.
What?
She's not. Hold on.
I also cannot.
They're
see.
on. It's just they're behind the door, I think.
Oh, that's right. The door didn't.
Move yourself in.
The door didn't pop
They
up.
can't
Yeah.
get the door shut.
I got you. Hold on. I'm sorry about that, you guys.
It's fine, we're not dying.
Yeah.
The door opened. I didn't dynamic lighting it.
My bads.
And where were they shooting from, I guess?
Directly straight south.
I'm going to transform into a wolf,
Okay.
but a friendly-looking wolf.
And as you're about to, across the chasmway, you can see there's a bit of a ledge to the southwest or southeast. A man steps out onto the ledge as you're preparing yourself and fires a bolt straight at you.
No, I say in slow motion as it approaches.
This one will have the benefit of the +1. That'll miss. It
It's a
actually
druid slaying arrow.
shoots twice, this guy. So the second one will hit. Take 12.
Ouch! 12 points of damage. Ow,
Okay.
son of a gun.
And I want to make a reflex or dexterity saving throw. Reflex. A dexterity saving throw with him.
me?
No, with my guy.
Oh,
I was trying to get you right after you turned. So what did you turn into?
I was to turn into a wolf, but a friendly-looking wolf, not a vicious one.
How many hit points does the wolf have?
Hopefully, I think they have about 12, but I'm gonna check.
So
Check for sure.
basically, as your form is about to shift, it puts an arrow in the hybriding as they're shifting, and it causes you to lose your focus on your shape. And you are your regular dude. You lose the druid wild shape, and you're.
Oh wait. It has 11 hit points. So
Yeah. You're taking through a 1 point of damage, 1 point of real damage,
I'm gonna be like,
and your wolf
What?
form's wasted.
do you hate the Fae?
After his shot, he'll step back into cover,
All right, guys, this is shitty.
and you hear from his side, "We told you to leave. Moving forward's a bad choice. You haven't even seen the worst of it."
All right, fine. I do
Jason-
not want to continue this slaughter.
I'm sorry. So I was asking Nat what she was doing. You see this
Okay.
scenario. You kind of cut in line, you turkey. Nat, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what the rest of the team wants to do here, because I can't see where these attacks are coming from. So, and I'm not willing to step forward into them.
Okay. So just I'll explain now that you can see, since I didn't give you the site before. But straight this way. See how there's a drawbridge?
Yep.
On the other side, there would be another drawbridge, but it's up right now. Inside of the drawbridge's wooden frame, there are 2 arrow slits, and you can see crossbows kind of holding out of those slits. The other attacks, you kind of see like the remnants of the gas bursts. There are pipes on these weird column facades here that were pointed in that center direction. They don't appear to have any more gust left in them, and a bolt came from here and hit Farron.
Oh, so there's nothing to the sides here?
Like if you go around and look, there's a crank there, and there's also one underneath Boozer, and there appear to be doors over on these sides as well.
I'm gonna pull up the crank to close our drawbridge is what I'm guessing it's gonna do.
Okay. As you start to pull on it, make me a perception check. You notice that it's only pulling up on one of the chains, not both, and you know that someone else is going to need to assist you with the other crank.
I'm gonna wave since Jason's character is not.
Okay. Jason, what are you liking to do?
I can totally assist her if need be. How far apart do those slits look?
No more than 5 feet. They're literally right. It's like one's here and one's here. Just like 2 dudes side by side.
I could throw up a window.
So, well, no. What I was thinking is, if I use clouded daggers, could I get it positioned to where, like, if they were trying to use either hole, it would damage them? Yeah.
All out.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. You immediately recognize that they're backing away. Like, it seems to have inhibited the crossbows. Okay.
Word. Okay. And then I'm also gonna move.
Okay. Okay. You see a door not too far from where you're at. Do you see it in the corner there?
Yeah, for sure. There's one in the north corner of both
Mhm.
ends, right?
Correct. All right, so we're just going to continue on with this method. It's pretty easy. Farron.
All right. What's our plan here, guys? Think we can get across this bridge?
Which
What is
doors
that?
to the side? Let's.
Yeah, I know. That's why let's close up this bridge so they can't shoot us and deal with the doors on the side.
All right. Which door do you want to go in first? Do you have a preference?
No. It's just
All right.
one.
And
You're
let's-
here for the shrine. You let us know.
Hey, you're the one with the
Well,
vision. What's the vision telling you, man?
It didn't tell me about any of this shit, so. All right, I'm going to go over here and go to this door. I think I can make that. I have 40 move, so let me see how far that is. Is that 40 move? Yeah, it's 40 feet. So can I move over there and try to open that door?
Okay. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Son of a bitch! I should have checked for. I should have cast traps on it. Find traps. At least I would have known. All right. This is getting fun. All right. Dex saving throw. See if that worked. That worked.
Looks like half of this,
Oh, that still hurts.
rounded up, is 11.
I was going to round it down.
No, round
All
against
right.
the player, always.
Always round against the player.
So I genuinely hate you guys, but I can't do it. Like, I can't just hate you, so I have to make the dice hate you too.
You have to make it fair, huh?
Because me and the dice
All
are
right,
best
fine.
friends.
What's going on here? It's like I'm clicking on my guy. Oh,
So what actually happens is when you grab the door and pull it open, the door actually falls straight down at you. There is an actual door behind it, but this big old slab of stone and steel comes smashing down at you. It hits you. You kind of cascade to the side, and it breaks onto the ground in just a pile of rubble and stone or steel.
But I still took some damage.
It hit you, yeah, but you didn't get buried underneath it.
How do I make it so I roll twice so I could use my inspiration and stuff like that? Because it's
up at the top right, or up in the top left rather. There's a little cog. Do you see it?
Oh, you mean in my character?
Yeah.
Like on the little thing?
Yeah, on the left.
Oh, wait,
Never mind. There's a little cog there. If you can finally get to that,
I see what you mean.
It'll pop open
see
more
what you mean,
options
yeah.
for you to roll. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, thanks. All right, so
Chad,
I guess that's my turn then.
You haven't seen any response, but there are also a bunch of daggers in the way from the portholes. No one can really see you through that. You would have to move up for anybody to be able to see your seal. Chad,
Yeah.
did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I'd have to move up.
That's the one.
10, 20. 30. And I say, if you attack me again, I will consider you a threat to the kingdom.
You see a blonde-haired man in a long blue coat kind of come around the corner on a ledge off to the side. He raises his crossbow up to you and it looks like he's about to fire, and then he holds his shot. Looks like his shot was stayed. All right, Boozer?
Good deal.
You're pretty sure that if you assist, you'll start lifting the drawbridge up. You also know that Typhon just went out onto the drawbridge.
Yeah.
I'll wait to see
hold on.
if they talk or attack. But if they attack us again, I'll start using the crank.
Sounds good.
So I am readying my action.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I assume...
This go around? Next time it comes on my turn, we're having a conversation.
Yeah, no problem. Jason, you still there?
Hey, sorry, I just
okay.
literally came back in the room. I
Good.
was my dog got the piece.
I just asked, so that was like I summoned you. It was perfect. Typhon walked out with his Order Rosa seal and basically said, if you shoot me, it's an attack against the king. And he didn't get shot, which is good. Farron tried to open that door, and the door fell straight at him and smashed on him. There's another door behind it, a real door.
Right.
Okay.
And it's your up. It looks like the doors are trapped.
Okay. Does Farron look fine? Does he need assistance pulling the door off of him, or is it like?
Oh, he didn't get smashed underneath it. It just like hit him, and he kind of like brushed off to the side.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rush over there and swing that door open.
Okay. It's another trapdoor. No.
Right.
Don't be a dick, Johnny Bray. The door does open. On the other side of the door, it looks like there's a barrel, chair, and kind of a workstation. The workstation has a couple of tools on it. Looks like fine, mundane kind of gear work and such. What you would assume would be necessary to form some of the traps you've been noticing around here.
Okay. Cool. And I'm gonna head out here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just double move.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut out of initiative because the arbalist is going to speak to the knight on the drawbridge. He says to you,
Remember, you have inspiration, bruh.
Lady Celeste Norwood stated that none may enter, no matter what. Even though you are a servant of the Council of Lords, you have no rights over our order. We are servants of the Duke. So leave this place. This is your last warning.
Chad, are you there?
Chad Houston!
Sorry, I was thinking.
Okay. You thought you heard me.
Hostility. I must admit, I find your, but conspicuous.
Great. We have the upper hand here, so I don't care what you think, or if you're suspicious or not. We're well aware of your camp. Go about your business. Leave us to our work.
May I have your word that you will not interfere with us?
Do I have your word that you'll never return up this way?
For myself. As for my friends, I cannot speak.
Farron, you hear in your head, the shrine is beyond these bridges.
Okay, I will walk over here non-threateningly and say, we merely want to get beyond these bridges to the other side, and what can we do as a sign of faith that we mean you no harm, because it is a very important mission that we get across to the other side.
The arbalist looks at Typhon and says to him directly, "You understand your Shovara code, do you not?"
All right, John. I'm not sure I read that chapter yet.
Basically, you understand your paladin oath, do you not?
Yes. Yeah, I know. I can't just be outright hostile to them.
If the council, he says to you, if the council came to you and said, "Let no one pass, no matter who they were," what would you do? If we were not allowed to leave this place by order of the crown, would you stop us from leaving this place?
Wait.
He makes a good point, bro.
The opposite has what has been ordered of me. So once again, I say to you, with more mercy in my heart than I have had all day, leave this place, or I'll put a bolt right between your eyes.
Typhon lowers his arm and nods, and he says, "Fare thee well."
He kind of looks to you, still keeping his crossbow kind of up but not firing, and just kind of waits and kind of tracks you as you move off of the bridge.
Typhon walks past Farron and he says, "We're done here."
Yeah, that's what it seems.
You guys are kind of moving across that way, and you hear a voice kind of from like over here, like over to the side. "But they killed the spider woman! They killed her! They might be able to help with the fish people!"
Oh, yes, we know about the fish people.
Which, to everybody, kind of alerts you to the fact that there's someone behind this door.
All right. Let's go over and say, "Hey, we would like to speak with you."
And then you hear from the other side of the bridge, "Padraig, you gave away your position."
Out?
"But they're nice enough people."
That is true. Is there anything we can do for you so that, we know this is a difficult thing for you. We don't want you to go against what you're ordered to do. But if we were to somehow do a favor for you and for the order and for your mission, would we not be allowed to pass?
"We don't have any favors we need of you," you hear from the other side of the bridge. "Just be gone. The boy's stupid. He's fluff-headed."
Well, he sounded nice enough to me. I would like to speak with you guys about that.
Getting tired of this.
All right.
and you hear him like whisper from the other side. You say, "Get Dana, please."
Get Dana. Hopefully Dana isn't a giant ballista. Do you want to try to see if you could undo this door, Lullabus?
Does Boozer belong to the
know.
order?
No.
I feel like we might be running afoul of the crown ship right now.
No, I wouldn't say it's directly the crown ship. One of the members of the Council of Lords. So basically, what Typhon is to the Council of Lords, these people are to that Duke.
They speak of fish people. Perhaps we can help you guys with them.
Yeah, we
Patrick says,
had-
"I think you might," from the other side of the door. As he's saying that, Boozer, you're kind of looking still at the bridge, kind of warily. You see a burst of purple energy just manifest on the edge of the bridge, and a young woman appears. Oh, that's not the right one. Why didn't it
Let's-
token? Why didn't it token? Die.
We're trying to pop something up.
Yeah, Typhon does not like that.
1 second. Here.
Ah, maybe she wants to talk.
Yeah, but I mean, if she's gonna talk, she can talk to Typhon, and if she's gonna attack, she can attack Typhon.
Sounds fair. I guess, did you put up a token?
I'm trying to.
Oh, I thought maybe you put up like a handout thing.
I will be doing so in a second.
Oh, okay. I want to see what's going on here. We're in fireball formation.
Word, I got you back, young nigga.
So she appears. Hopefully, there she goes. And the second she does, she puts her hands
Holy
out.
shit. Guys, it's John DePrey.
She puts her hands out, and when she does so, you see arcane energy just manifest around her. She kind of grows larger in size as she's encased in this arcane armor, and she says to you, "I believe you were told to leave."
Listen, I had a vision where it was a dream where I spoke
Everybody
to
make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw for everybody?
Uh-huh.
Come on, lady.
God damn it, guys. For once, I actually didn't want to fight the things.
Yeah, but the
All
Fae
right, well-
keeps talking.
Well, yeah, we gotta get out of here then. Oh gosh, at least I rolled a good saving throw. Boozer did not. I'm gonna have to carry your body out of
You
here.
guys get +3.
Yeah, but +3, 0 + 3 is still 3.
Oh, man.
I got a 5. Oh, well, that would have been awesome if I passed.
So Farron and Saoirse.
So we take half damage.
30 for those of you who failed.
Oh, all right.
And
we're
15
getting
Did
out
I
of here.
get everybody?
It's fire also, Typhon, so you'll be taking half after. It does get everybody. It's a fireball.
Yeah, I take 15, so that puts me at 30.
Fine, guys, let's get out of here. We can't sit around and get the crap beat out of us.
Typhon takes
I've
the
been
hit.
saying that for a minute.
Listen to the
Typhon
bar.
takes the hit, and as the flames disperse and everybody else starts like heading towards the door, he just coughs and he says, "I said we were leaving."
We grab Boozer if he's down. Are you down?
I got 3 HP. I'm
Okay.
not down.
You're not down yet. That's
Despite your hardness, and as you're kind of backing away, she looks like she's stepping forward with this weird, like, arcane energy armor. And then the door from the backside opens up, and you hear just a larger man kind of rushing out, and he's yelling, "Stop! Stop!" And he's raising his hands up in the air, and he's like, "Stop! Dana, no, don't! They killed the spider! Did Morris tell you that?" And the girl kind of looks at him through her armor, and she kind of looks back over the chasm way, and then looks back and across, and then looks at the Typhon as he's kind of settling himself and, like, getting himself right. She looks at his chest, and she says, "The Order of the Bloody Rose is here? Why did you not say this, Morris?"
Does she not have fucking ears?
She hasn't been here. She just teleported here, you dumbass. She just appeared on the the bridge and cast fireball on you.
Fair
You never
enough.
know.
If she's in charge, I demand she hire new staff.
She doesn't appear to be in charge. She's asking a question, though. She said, was I not informed of this?" She steps forward
To
in
be
her.
fair, we only just learned you were here. And, for being, well, fairly insubordinate.
She kind of looks back at the people in the back who are like throwing up healing bombs and casting spells, and she kind of has a smirk on her face. And as she does so, she like steps out of the arcane armor and just kind of steps to the ground lithely. She raises her hand up in the air, and you see another like emanation of fire appear above her hand, and she says to you, "Yeah, do it quick." And she looks to the knight and says, "Hadrag seems to think that you're worth keeping around. So, tell me what your purpose is here, fell
Well,
spawn."
As my friend was saying, and he turns and gestures, and I imagine the rest of you guys kind of part and let Farron come out.
All right. I love the abuse. All right. Did you want me to talk, or were you going to talk?
No. Oh yeah. You go ahead and talk first.
All right.
That's what we're doing here, and obviously that's your bag.
All right. I am Farron Gothel. I am I'm a druid of the Circle of Dreams. I am a friend of the King of the Mountain, Eonis.
She looks at you, and she just raises her
Corcus.
hand. And she raises the hand that doesn't have a fireball over it. And
Right,
she looks at Typhon, and she says, "Get your damn fey creature away from me, and tell me why you are here."
I move back.
Yeah, Typhon sighs and steps up, and he says, we've been sent here to rid the city of the sleeper and return it to the hands of its rightful owners, the dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
It has proven to be. Well, it's already killed one of my friends. And as you can see in our let's not even talk about the arm.
All right, good idea.
If the creature you refer to as the sleeper is the entity that resides in the center of this city, then you will have no need of continuing past this bridge. There's nothing that can aid you beyond.
Well, I regret to inform you that informed. As my friend was saying, he's been contacted by one of the the Shazas.
Close.
Shazas, even if it's slightly wrong.
Farron, as he's talking, and you kind of feel slighted because she told you to, back away, Faye, you hear this voice in your head that says, "The shrine is beyond her. You must go through her."
Uh-huh. We are looking for a shrine.
Make a wisdom saving throw there, Farron.
That's my strength, so hopefully I actually do good. Not so good.
Yeah, and you're a distance away from Typhon. That's not going to be beneficial. You feel the inclination that these people are withholding you from what you need to do. You definitely think they're hostile and a problem. And even though everybody seems to be kind of in this tip dance, this tiptoe back and forth between stay or go, you're pretty sure at this point you want to go right through her and get into where you need to go.
Oh, okay. I have a few more things I want to say real quick.
I will start walking, so you could stop me, I guess.
Searshaw, make a perception check for me. Yeah, as he kind of like starts to set forward, you see this strange kind of purplish glyph appear on Farron's head, and he just continues walking. It disappears very faintly after, but it looks very similar to. It looks very familiar to you for some reason. Like you've seen someone with a weird like touch to their brain before.
Can I attempt to grab Farron, just not aggressively, but just hold him back since he's just walking forward?
He's a pretty big giant.
I'm pretty big.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well,
he's a
I'm
furbolg.
like 7'2" and strong. I mean, I'm not as strong as most of these paladins, but still.
Yeah, he's walking past Typhon and Padraig, and he's walking up to this girl.
No.
Do you want to grab me, Typhon? You might be able to hold me back.
Okay. Go ahead. If you are trying to get past him there, Farron, make an athletics check, and Typhon do so with disadvantage.
Oh, Typhon.
because you don't have two hands.
It's the whole arm thing.
So
I can
someone
totally
can-
body block him. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Farron gets past you if he wants.
Can I? I probably would want to, but could I give him my inspiration so that he could hold me back?
Yeah, if you want to burn your...
Wow!
I don't want to get
Oh,
killed.
man.
These guys are gonna kill me if I go forward. You guys gotta talk them down.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Typhon manages to like body block you, and he just says, "Farron, what are you doing?"
I must continue forward. The shrine is beyond those doors. I say
Yes,
that.
we're trying. We're talking like adults.
You guys better hold me back and then talk to these guys
Can I
about
shove
fish people.
I'm gonna come help him hold
Farron?
Okay.
Farron.
The woman looks at you and she says, "Get him out of here. He's been touched."
All right, I will go out if you guys escort me. A couple guys.
I escort you.
That's fine. You're strong enough.
You bring that filth here, Knight of the Rose. She looks at you, and Pedrick kind of looks at her like sheepishly.
Like Typhon actually steps forward at that, and he says, "Best beings I've ever had the chance to meet. He saved my life numerous times."
Yes, but how long has
Now,
he been
you
within
know
the
what I'm
cap?
saying?
How long has he been within the city of Dighgrum?
Been now. What,
He-
4 or 5?
He's been touched. Has he been in contact with the aboleth?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
It's
I'm going
obvious.
to mention to Typhon then, wait, I did see a glow upon his forehead.
Some fey creatures transport themselves into the Feywild when they rest. Is he like them? Can he do that?
Yes.
He's tainted. He's tainted just like the Dockelshay. Morris kind of loads his crossbow from across the way you hear, and she looks to you and she says,
What's the Dolkoshay?
"The Dark Elves. Don't you know anything? The one
No,
outside.
unfortunately, I never learned Elvish.
How did you defeat the one outside if you know nothing about them?
Just that good, I guess.
How did you know that they were not immune to poison? I didn't know that."
Typhon nods at this guy standing behind him. He says, "Your friend seems to think we can help you."
Patrick kind of looks to you with like a nod. She kind of looks to you and says, "If you're bringing along your Fey friend, then you'll either need to purify him or kill him before you can even continue this parlay." So
And how may we purify him?
I have no idea. All of the Azumatan that have been touched by the aboleth have been thrown into this chasmway.
Real quick, out of character. Does Typhon know what the Fae wanted them to find? Is it something Typhon could go get? Or go do?
There's a shrine, is what Farron keeps saying.
But what is at the shrine?
Patrick kind of looks to you and says, the servants of the entity, they corrupt. You might have seen them in the city with like clear skin. And
Yes, they turned my friend into one of them.
the aboleth can act through them. Has Farron ever been touched by them?
Oh shit.
Yeah, we've had battles. We've gotten touched.
Typhon turns around and looks and
the-
watches where Farron goes, and he says, "This isn't about the Fae at all."
The girl looks at him, looks at Typhon and says, "His dreams are probably not accurate. I doubt an archfey would come to some furbolg in the depths of the earth and try and tell him to go one way or the other. He was probably sent here to lead you to kill us, as we have been nothing more than a hindrance for the entity's efforts. We do guard a shrine, that much is true. But it is a
What can you
shrine,
tell me about the shrine?
it is a shrine and sacred place to us, and to you, I presume. It is the resting place of diaspectra.
Tell me, does her sword reside here?
Yes, of course. We've been trying to lift it from its cradle, but unfortunately we do not have the power to do so.
Ivan steps forward and says, "May I see it?"
Absolutely not.
And he looks over his shoulder at this guy and he says, "If I help you with problems you are having here in the city of Dighgrum, perhaps then may I see it."
We tell you this, the only issue that we are having is that there are channelways deep in the stone, deep in the earth, outside of what you can see of Dighgrum in its main open space. In those channelways there are creatures known as the Kuatoa, and there are other creatures known as the Sahugwin, who act as servants of the entity. They travel freely within our waterways, and when they find new portal ways to them, they corrupt the water that we have. So far, the only option that we have available to us is to travel upwards to the open air, gather up snow and bring it back down to us for water.
We have access to fresh water.
Where?
I'm sure we could
Where?
that to you.
Yeah, I walk up to her and I show her the decanter of endless water and I hand it.
She takes the water and drinks it. She kind of looks to you, though, and she says, "You have just magical means from your arcane power or others?"
No, we've also managed to find a freshwater spring. Its water flows from somewhere beyond the aboleth's reach.
She looks over to the lot of you and she says, "Who was the one who signed off on that? Who was the one who told you that that was the case? Who told you it was free of impurities?"
I know the answer to
Actually,
that.
Several people.
Where does the water spring from?
I'm not sure. I'm not much of a swimmer, as you can see, and he kind of waves his fucking goofy-ass arm.
She kind of just starts shaking her head. "You fell for one of the Dokalshay wells, didn't you?"
You guys know it was me who said it was clean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I'm keeping my mouth closed.
Yeah.
You do not understand the nature of what is present here. You do not understand the threats.
Then by all means, please enlighten us.
I will tell you a bit more, but then I will force you to leave. I tell you this, before Dighgrum was taken by the dwarves, long ago during the Summeroth Age, before Dighgrum became the site of where the Great Order felled the abomination Anaxum, it was known as the Grey Dream. The reason why it was known as such is because within there are hives of Dokalshay who have entered into the Great Dreaming. When the Aboleth was released, there was no secret. The Aboleth was an entity that was drawn to the dreams by the Dokalshay. So, the Feywild runs strong through these caves, but it's all corrupted. If you think that you're seeing an arch-fey and have never had union with him before you entered this place, I highly doubt that what you are seeing is true.
I believe you are right. Still, there is no need to consider us enemies. We will keep him away from this place.
Fair enough. And when you can purify him, or all of you rather, since you've drank of these tainted waters, they will sustain you, but I assure you, over time, you'll start to see manifestations. You'll start to see dreams as you wake and walk. I promise you, drinking from that source of water is a bad choice if you have other sources of water to drink from.
Is this
Use those
affliction
instead.
akin to a disease or a poison?
Neither.
A curse, then.
You actually
It's
you
like
actually
the fluoride the government's putting in your water.
it's like the fluoride the government's putting in your water. You hear an audible sigh from across the way, like a.
Nice.
And then she kind of like looks back over her head and she says in Elvish over to Mora. She says, "Paladins always trying to use their holy touch to cure everything, aren't they?" She kind of looks back at you. Listen, it's going to take more than your rights to be able to defend against the aboleth's tricks. You need to be more careful in the future. And I tell you this as well. If you come up to this place again, be sure to send someone of your order. If you are traveling with others, as it seems you've got a ragtag bunch of individuals, the Order of the Stasian Knights is also known to us. But we will not parley with others. We'll not waste our time.
Hmm.
I will say this to you as well. If you seek mysteries, there's one that we have been unable to figure out that you can explore on your own outside. The well of water leads down to a cave. A couple of our Azumatan reside there and fish from the waters beneath, because the fish are very populous there. But there is a strange room beyond, made of mirrors. A couple of our Azumatan knights have fallen to its curse. If you really wish to find something, the adventurer spirit has gotten to you, you can go and inspect that if you wish.
If it's possible, would you like me to return the bodies of your men?
No.
Okay, fucking savage.
Roll a religion. roll a religion check.
He says that too.
Like under my breath, that's what I say.
It's Typhon.
Eastern traditions are very
Nice.
different than the northern and central traditions.
Oh, burial
They-
at water.
They fight out on the battlefield. If someone dies in combat or dies in the field, they're not taken back and given a hero's burial. They're left where they are left. And sometimes monuments are built up where they fell. You never bring them back.
Thing.
You're taking away their claim to glory by doing so.
Yeah.
It's
Typhon
very
does
serious.
very well. With that religion check, what else do I know about their rights and respects for the dead? Their shit fair game.
They worship a Vario, but yeah, I mean, like,
Oh, okay, nice.
it's pretty much the same, but like the only difference is they don't bury or why is my brain not working? The burning one? What's that one called?
Cremate.
That's the one.
Cremation,
Thank you.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why my head wasn't working right, but cremate. They don't do any of that stuff. They just leave the bodies where they lay.
What would they do if you lost your arm in a battle?
Leave it.
Leave it. Okay.
Yeah, build a monument to it.
Do you guys want to attempt to go down the whirlpool?
Yeah.
I had a.
Hell
Is
yeah.
that okay? So I look at the fat kid behind me. I asked him if that was what he was talking about.
What?
Like, is that what's bothering them that they need help with?
The Kuotoa are.
Something about Kotoa.
There are Kuatoa in the waterways beneath us. Not that passageway, no, but we have waterways inside of our. And she kind of looks at him, and he kind of shuts up. And Dana says, "We will be returning back to our fortification. I suggest you leave."
Typhon says, "Next time I return, I will return with more of my order, and we will see what we can do to help you."
If Celeste Norwood thinks that it's fitting that we join with you, we may come seek you out ourselves. Roll a history check, everyone. Who wants to?
Also, what is this woman's name?
Nice.
Dana.
Right, Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Celeste Norwood is actually a very, very famous knight from the Eastern Order. She's actually a hero in Drayans and also the in-between spaces. She is the one who routed the Frost Giant armies west.
Sweet. Hey, do you guys mind if we bind up our wounds around here, or
Chad.
do we have to get the fuck out?
Yeah, that's fine. Chad, your history check is good enough for you to basically get the subtlety that I threw into that. She is the one who caused the armies of Frost Giants to head from the east to the west. She is
Oh,
directly
man.
responsible for the destruction
Kill
of
the bitch.
Hilton.
Yep. Titan draws his sword and says, "Fuck all you."
No. She didn't lead them. She basically
I know.
routed their asses.
I know. It's a shitty cause and effect.
Yeah, it sucks.
Maybe once we get on their good side, they'll send a call to
Kill us
the
properly.
Celeste woman to tell
Back-
her to come help us out.
Back to the other map.
I have a few questions. If you could spell,
Sure.
I need the name of the order, the name of the dais who's there, and Dana's name, and then the Celeste's name. Oh, she didn't give her last name? Okay.
Dana didn't.
I think it's Celeste Conowitch.
Norwood. Nice.
Close, I guess.
Not really.
Searshaw, you're pretty certain that if you were to take a boat and it was piloted carefully, you could go down the whirlpool of that, or you could all just swim down.
Just want to point out, remember when Typhoon wanted to bring the Kuatoa with us? Could you imagine how that would have gone now?
Oh gosh, that would have
Oh
been a lot
God,
worse.
yeah.
Oh no. You probably weren't in the video like when we were at that point, but when he said let's bring a Kuatoa, I had a smirk on my face. So
Oh, I didn't see that. I was literally like, oh, thank God we did not agree to that.
yeah.
Did they give their fortification a name?
No. They didn't.
I'm with whatever they want. I'm going to swim regardless. So if they want to swim, we can swim. If they want to take the boat, we can take the boat.
What do you guys want to do?
How do we take a boat down a whirlpool?
So
That
basically, it's not like a straight 90-degree angle like whirlpool. It actually kind of like has a nice slant to it.
Oh, I see.
If you kind of go down it, you'll get to the bottom and kind of drip down into the next section.
All right, I'll
In
plop
that
the
case-
boat out.
Can we take a short rest though before we go?
Yeah, dude, you have plenty of time.
That's why I figured I rolled hit dice because I figured we could bind our wounds before we left. So you guys should roll hit dice.
Okay, hold on.
Actually, I might as well roll another because hit points never go bad.
Don't forget about my
Oh,
song of
shit.
rest, though.
Oh yeah, Song
Yeah.
of Rest it, man.
Is it up to
One
2d6 or
other
still
thing.
just the one? It's the one, okay.
Song of Rest, 4 hit
If you
points.
spend
That's better than
any hit points or hit dice at all, you gain an additional 4.
Sweet.
Wait, you gain an additional 4, right?
You have to spend hit dice to get it, though.
Right, you just don't get it for the shits and giggles.
Right.
So what was the name of the dais?
Vectra,
Dais Vectra.
who, if you recall from your stories, was the leader of the orders.
The mother.
Mhm.
All right, guys, we should.
And because you're pretty keen on it too, you know that it could be the mother site. You don't know why it would be here, but you also know that most people who aren't terribly keen to the legends sometimes will represent any of those shrines as a Dais Vectra shrine, not specific. So it could be her, but it could also be any of the others. You know who it's not.
Mm. Yeah. Ooh, I got something I got information I can trade with them. That's awesome.
All right, so we're going down the hole, right? So once we're ready to do that, I just need Boozer to make an athletics check with advantage because Lelibos is helping out.
Real quick, can we take a short break?
That's what, like in real life?
Yeah.
How long?
Probably not even 5 minutes.
Go smoke your cigarette.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. I'm going to grab a drink.
Boom.
Likewise.
Did he just carry the rest of the boat with that for a while?
he grabs the boat, lifts it up, and just runs into the water, running across the waterway, and just like, oh, you're like,
Did you forget the rest of them?
with all the fail.
Studied there?
You know, he scooped them all up in the boat with that roll. He scooped everybody up in the boat. He's like, "Yeah."
Nice. I don't think I have any beer in the entire house.
No, I don't either.
But
And
I'll go
it's
check maybe.
it's snowing outside, so I can't even go get beer.
Oh man, Indiana, huh?
Yeah.
It's not snowing here yet. It's cold, but all right. I'll be right back.
Sure. Exciting. Oh, so exciting. That was a lot of nonsense though, right then and there.
Yeah, indeed.
You had the right idea right off the bat.
I was just like, fuck this. Like, I'm not messing with these people. They outrank me.
And they're prepared.
Yeah, like way prepared. Like,
I mean, not as prepared as they should have been. I should have thought of a ballista, but oh,
right. I was really like expecting him to open that door and it just be like boom.
I was just gonna go with crossbows and gas traps.
I feel that, but like a massive arquebus or something.
Oh my god, yeah, it would have been the best. Hindsight's 2020. I need to put some cannons in here too, man, or something. Well, it's funny too is I actually the reason why Malek was like, yeah, let's go to that city in the first place is because he's looking for a big ballista so he can shoot down your dragon. So, yeah, someone should have a big ass ballista, and I'm an idiot.
Nice. Totally should have ballisted our ass.
Yeah, it would have been like oh, BTW, there are big ballistas in this world. And you should watch out for them. It's a missed opportunity. Looks like we have 3 of the 5. We're just missing Kevin and Stupid Chad.
Stupid Chad.
I love Chad to death. He ran a couple of games, actually.
That's what I heard. That's awesome. I want to get back in and run some stuff. Life's been crazy, man.
Understandable. You got a whole section of the city you can play with.
Nice. Yeah, I'm the like head of the training and the quality departments now. So it's like I just spent all day doing fucking. I thought I'd be doing a lot of like helping people, and basically all I really do is stare at Excel all day.
Yep, that's my life.
But that's okay because I'm like a god with Excel. So
I know all the hotkeys. I know all the shortcuts.
right,
But my brain. I just had a thought, and but does it go all the way through till April 15th or whatever the new tax day is?
Yeah, April 16th is when the final tax day is, and then we're busy all year, but
Yeah.
that's crunch time is now to middle of April.
Right. It's a headache.
No, it's fine, man. I've worked like the past 3 days. Actually, probably more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to get off early, and we have this new temp that I've been just telling to do it, and she's probably doing it wrong. So, what you gonna do?
What can you do?
The boat goes down perfectly, guided by Boozer and Lelevos. Mostly Boozer, but you get down. It kind of like goes down a slight ramp of water into a waterway, and you can see that there is a man kind of at the shore there. He looks like in his little token that he's got a dagger and a sword or whatever, but his dagger and his short sword are at his belt. He has a blue shirt,
More than that.
just like the other fellows that you've seen so far. From what you can tell, he's a member of the Zumba 10. But he's got a fishing pole, and he's just kind of sitting on the stone. He kind of gives you a nod. As Searshaw was the first one down, she would have seen a figure very similar to Dana's, and then a poof of purple smoke as she kind of descended down. He, as he sees you kind of approach, he nods his head and he says, "Dana's already been through. We've already been told of your presence. If you folks want to check out the mirrors, I would advise against it, but it's over that way." And he kind of points behind him. This way.
Woo woo.
What generally happens when you go in and look at the mirrors?
I haven't gone and looked in the mirrors, so I have no idea. Other than nobody ever comes back out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Farron's kind of depressed too, guys. You can noticeably tell that since he found out what was going on with him was all some affliction, he's kind of like bummed out.
As you're kind of like being bummed out and kind of walking behind Boozer, Farron, you kind of stop for a second and just kind of daydream. Everything goes solid black for you, except the ground seems to be kind of this watery just form. And as you kind of look on ahead, you see the water up out of it rises up Corsaeus's form, but it's not as bright as you remember it. It's just covered with haunting shadows. And he looks at you and he says, "Did you really think I cared about you? The giant mispronounced the name that he sought, and I used this to my advantage. You, like your friends, will die in the water." And as he's saying this, his face is like opening up, his mouth is opening up, and tentacles are sprawling out, and you can see 9 eyes, bright reds, looking out of its mouth straight at you, and everything just seems to like flood towards you, and you snap out of it.
And then I would grab Boozer by
Yep.
the shoulder.
Yep, and Sir Shaw, you kind of noticed it before it happened, and you saw the glyph on his forehead kind of glow again.
And I look down at Boozer and say, "I'm not well. Please watch me and make sure that I don't do anything strange." That probably makes you feel real good, doesn't it? All right.
I'll offer him my water skin, see if he wants a sip.
It's alcohol.
All right, I'll take a swig.
It definitely burns, but helps.
All right. I hope
Feeling
some kids
better?
are listening. Alcohol's good. All right. I'll pull myself up by my bootstraps, and we'll do this, guys. I can heal you if you get hurt.
The
Okay.
knight standing near the barricaded wood area, he seems to have a bit more of a regal bearing than any of the knights you've seen so far. He kind of looks over to you all and he says, "Hail! I am of the Azuma 10, you were sent down here to investigate the mirrored room, were you not?
That is correct.
I will open up a single piece of the barricade to allow you access, but I will seal you in once you've once you've gone past. I tell you this.
Where they're going wrong if no one's coming back out.
I tell you this. There have been things that have come out, despite what others may have said, but some cannot see what has come out. It takes a keen eye to be able to see it. And Dana has stated
Titan leans
that
in. He
there.
leans in close and he says, like quietly, "What manner of things have come out?"
He whispers in and he leans in and he whispers and he says, "Ghosts."
Hmm.
Ooh, it's good. Sounds good for paladins.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I always have protection from evil and good prepared.
It's a good thing.
Well, ever since I was possessed like 6 times.
Okay, real quick. I actually didn't even notice the time myself. Like normally, I only run 2 or so hours on a weekday, and I'm actually kind of tired myself. But oh, damn it! It's a bit of a long bit after this, so here's what we can do. I don't want to have him retreat back. You guys will be less likely to do it without a bard.
I mean, honestly, I'm fine with somebody controlling him.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Then we'll just have. We'll just
I've
deal
got
with
here.
it.
Hold on. Let me make sure my character sheet's up to date.
Don't let
I'm
chat
not
shit hit your
sponsored.
arm.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, guys. It's not like I accept that as a common form of payment.
Okay.
Just thinking of things.
All right.
That's funny.
I'll continue without you, and Jason, I'll get you caught up once we talk next.
Okay, I'm sorry, man.
No
I'm
worries.
sorry.
No worries. I understand.
You're
I actually didn't realize it was this late. I wasn't paying attention to the time on my dunce. But that said, Typhon, I assume you're going to be going first.
Yes, and I'm going to cast Bless. Do I still have inspiration?
Oh, yeah. Last 10. Well, no. It only lasts 10 minutes. You guys took a short rest.
Oh, okay. But yeah, before I go in, I cast. Is other people coming in with me, or is it just me?
You're going
No, well,
first.
Y'all are.
We'll all go in.
But you're
Okay.
going first. So when you
Yeah,
pass
so
through.
it's going to be me.
Okay, go ahead and say who you're blessing real quick.
Yeah, me, Boozer, and Lelivos.
Okay. Once you have.
Bye, guys.
See you, Jason.
See you, Jason.
Man.
My thing's all. Oh, let me take the one use. There's 2 more uses of Bardic Inspo, not 3.
Okay.
Sweet. Dude, it was awesome having you back. You kicked ass.
Thanks, dude. I like being back. I will try to play as much as I possibly can. So, I'm sorry, guys.
No problem,
Just
Jason.
hop in and write a little blurb.
I know, right? I feel like I take more time writing the blurbs than I do playing, though. I'm always like sitting there like 3 hours, like sweating over it.
Typhon, as you pass through the wall, you see that there is a glass panel set in the stone in front of you. It has a mirror-like reflection kind of cast on it, and it shows you, but you can see beyond it as well, and it looks like it opens into a room that has mirrors all set along its walls. Oh, epic. But yeah, you can see also inside of the room are these glass pillars that are standing in the room as well.
Typhon draws Lumiere and he taps the mirror with it.
It starts to bevel out like water being hit by a stone, and the sword passes through it.
Does anybody else see that?
Who would be going through next?
I'll go second.
Yeah, I was hoping, hopefully Boozer
You would
and
see
Lobos, 'cause
the
I watched
end
them.
effect of it, yeah.
Yeah, so he walks in and you see like that way, and that thing is like rippling like water.
I'll
Okay.
just walk through.
You can go last, Searshaw.
And then Lilivos will go through. Boozer walks right in, and you can see him on the other side of the mirror. But you can also see right where he stepped through, there's this strange pattern of Boozer's back, kind of just set in the mirror. Typhon.
What the?
So it
What
looks
the hell?
you're basically seeing like a reflection of Boozer's back in the mirror, but you're also seeing through the mirror and seeing Boozer.
Okay, so I walk over here and I poke the Boozer back mold.
It ripples, but it seems that it's now a permanent feature of the mirror.
Weird.
Seems fine. Come on over.
Okay, I step over here. Can I put my fake, like if I use the mechanism
apologies.
to break my fake arm?
Real quick, sorry, from the other side, Boozer, you turn back and look over. It's a solid mirror. And you also see that the way the light kind of plays in this room, or rather just the way that you're seeing things in your dark vision, the reflections in the mirrors and also on the glass columns seem to kind of distort your form all about.
All right. So if it's solid, if I try to go back, I can't.
You cannot. You can't see through it either.
Okay.
Oh man.
Can I hear him on the other side?
No.
Okay.
Let's do like a mime impersonation as I try
But I can
to
see him.
feel my way
See him, right?
across.
You can see him. He can't see you.
Okay. Him try to touch it?
You said you're touching it?
Yeah, I said I'll do like a mime impersonation.
Okay.
So I thought you said you were going to
Feeling
try to go
myself.
back through.
Yeah, it's solid glass.
Yeah, but from my side, can I see him fail to do that?
Yeah, he's not coming through. He's touching the mirror, like
Okay.
you just said, and he's not going through.
I want to make sure that I saw that so I have an understanding of how this works in character. So Typhon puts the mirror away, and then he takes the quarterstaff and he sticks it through the mirror. So he's holding one end, the other end is going through the mirror, and he pokes.
Cool. It
What's
looks
it?
like it's going all the way through. Boozer, you don't see any change of... Nothing changes.
I'll attack it. Oh crap.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damn, son.
Okay. You strike the mirror and it kind of... and you spend a good minute or so just shaking because you hit it really, really well, but it doesn't break it.
Oh, wow. It's just like...
What
it's
if you
like,
froze it, Searshaw?
Not water.
Yeah, but can you freeze anything, or does it have to be water?
Has to be water.
Okay.
The knight seals you in with the board behind you.
All right.
So it seems like Boozer's stuck on the other side. How should we proceed?
Isn't he going where we're trying to get? Why don't we just go through there?
Now,
Yes.
they did mention something about ghosts or whatnot. What do I see in this room?
So you would see the mirror, probably rippling still from where it was stabbed. And you would also see on the mirror there is kind of like a cast reflection, a ghostly reflection of Boozer's back. And then on the opposite side of the mirror, or glass window that you're seeing, is Boozer, who's still kind of probably shaking with Clubby in his hand. It's like a good solid minute of him just...
Typhon looks at the others and he says, I'm going in after him.
All right. I'll follow.
Okay. Typhon passes through the wall from what you guys see, and to you, Boozer, what you see is he just appears.
All right, guys, I'll go next.
Typhon's outline is traced in the mirror just like Boozer's was.
So Typhon explains to Boozer how things work from their side.
Farron steps through as
From
well.
out there, we can see you. Oh shit, there's another mirror.
There's several other
Oh
mirrors.
yeah, you're right.
There are 4 on the north wall, there are 4 on the west wall, there are 4 on the east wall, and there are 4 on the south wall.
Okay.
I'll let them
There
know
are
they're
a-
pretty sturdy.
Yeah, and there are a total of 8 columns that go from floor to ceiling that appear to be made out of solid glass. You can see through them, but they also cast reflections, and from what you can see, they distort your figures, and the way that the light plays off them, or just the way that the nature of these mirrors kind of connect, all the mirrors have a different kind of way of revealing you, be it by change of shadows and features, or shape and size.
Okay. So Typhon walks up to this column, and
Okay.
he, with I guess his wrist guard, his vambrace.
And does what?
I just tap on it.
So your metal kind of taps against it like metal would tap against stone.
This mirror, is this mirror like the mirror on this side or the mirror on the other side?
It looks like a mirror.
Okay, so like the mirror does in here.
Right. This one
Okay.
seems to have kind of a strange distortion. Your horns appear really small in it.
Oh, well, that's not cool. Typhon doesn't like that.
So he walks back to it and looks at it and then runs away.
And he's like,
No,
"Ugh, no.
my horns are so small.
Very proud of his horns. All right, I'm going to wait right here and just keep an eye on the kids.
Okay. Boozer, are you looking into that mirror?
Yeah.
The one on the north wall or the one on the west wall?
Oh, I didn't notice the one on the north. Just the
Yeah.
west, I guess.
There's 4
Or
on the
both while I'm here.
Okay. In the one on the north wall, you appear 7 feet tall. It's just kind of a strange effect, a weird distortion. You appear normal in the one directly to the west, but you appear just a bit more sober. You don't know how that's being done. A strange trick of the light, you suppose.
That mirror sucks.
After looking at that one, I'll take another sip because it's
Still
not
look,
quite me.
still
And then I'll
looking.
look at the north mirror and just sort of flex because I kind of like this.
But are you still looking at it as you sip the cup?
The west one, yeah.
Okay. The reflection doesn't sip the cup.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
as you realize this, you step forward and hit you in the face.
With Chloe the Mighty.
Hold on a second.
Oh no, we're cloned.
Dark Avengers, you guys.
Uh,
Oh my god, where's your token? Why can't I do it? Oh
man. Oh no. It's gonna be forced to kill yourself.
Well, if he rolls half as bad as he rolls.
They'll both just sit there. No, he's been hitting today.
He's gonna do a thing. Looks like he's doing a thing.
Oh
Ooh.
crap, that hits.
Barrel roll.
It's pretty painful too.
So he'll take 23
Oh,
points of
shit.
damage.
Oh. That's gotta hurt.
If you'd like, I'd allow you to stagger back from that attack because you weren't. I mean,
Oh,
just
sure.
for
I'll just
dramatic.
sort of shout out, "Oi! Stop hitting myself."
Oh, shit. Typhon doesn't know what to do.
Typhon, make a perception check.
Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Whew.
The one with the mug in his hand is obviously the real Boozer.
No matter what he's doing, doesn't drop his drink.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over.
Okay,
Did I see him? Did I see
Well-
the one attack him?
let's roll initiative.
Initiative.
Okay, that works.
Holy crap. Somebody else must have rolled 19.
Oh shit, you guys. This is about to be fucking gnarly. Sounds like I always wanted to know what it would be like for one party to fight another.
Shouldn't we just let them fight and the strongest can join our party?
Good idea.
He's still gonna play
Yes.
the same character. It just may not be
That's
the drinking
amazing.
one.
Silver one wins.
And then you have like, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to think of what an evil version of Typhon would be like.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
I'm getting Lelibos out as well.
I guess I gotta go. All right, I'm gonna see what's going on here.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Shillelagh. And
You
then
should give one of those boozers a different initiative.
I don't know which one is which. And then I'm going to come behind these guys and be like, I guess I could actually cast a spell if I wanted. I could. We don't have bless on us anymore, do we?
Oh, you do? It's only been like,
No, it's been about 3 minutes since you guys have been walking
Oh,
around
okay.
looking at
Then yeah.
mirrors.
yep, no bless.
So we don't have bless. I can cast bless. I will cast that on. You cast it on 3 people, right?
You guys, yep.
I cast it on the good
Yep.
people.
Make up. Well, yeah, you would have known the beer-handed one would be the one.
Yeah.
Okay. Lelibos looks to Searshaw and kind of, well, should we go in there, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna wait to see if my spells can go through.
I guess I'll wait to see if your spells will go through then. And it goes to the bad one.
The bad one.
Steps forward and takes another shot at the king. This one he'll do just regular attack. I think
Lubby
it's
the mighty.
20 hits. Take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's gonna take me out.
You're a badass.
And he gets a second attack. Hunter's Mark. Oh, Bendon. Wait, what? Swing and a miss.
Damn.
Your turn.
Yeah, I'm not liking that I'm getting beat up by my own self. So I'm gonna hold on, channel divinity and a
Oh.
bow of enmity on him.
Oh my god, good times. Alright. Bring it on.
And I'll do my 2 attacks. Actually, I'll do a barrel roll back, just show him how it's supposed to be done.
I think he showed you how it was supposed to be done.
Wow, yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he
okay.
did.
And I'll
You
do
get
a
a
regular
+1
attack.
before.
You get this sense of
Ooh, nice.
you get the sense
Love
of
it.
yeah, I'm gonna get you, and then you swing, and then you kind of come in low and hit him with just a good old chop. He gets hit. The second he does, though, like you notice that a bunch of like portions of his body kind of flake away like glass. Typhon.
Yep. Ivan's kind of confused for a second, but he knows which one's which, so he just
Sure.
lays into the 17 hit.
No.
How about the 19?
Yes.
Can't wait till you crit him and then it doesn't count because he's wearing adamantium armor.
That's funny. Yes, that's actually true. Holy shit. So
I
yeah,
know.
first attack hits. Second attack hits. Oh fuck!
Okay, so 7 more damage to. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shoot. This is not good.
As you kind of lunge at him and hit him, more of his frame kind of falls away, and he kind of reaches up with his hand, kind of as he's wounded, and starts rubbing at his eye, and you can see cracks forming on his face, and his face just starts kind of falling away like broken glass, chiming on the ground as he's falling apart, and you can see that there's this shadowy dark form underneath with bright red eyes. One of the eyes is showing from a hole in its face, the other one is still Boozer's face. And then a perfect rendition of Typhon steps out, steps forward, and attacks Boozer.
Boozer! Don't beat up on our Boozer.
I will cast a spell as a bonus action. Okay.
Searing Smite. Ooh.
And then
That's
I
gonna
will
hurt.
attack Boozer. That'll miss. Second attack.
Can I have 2 mirrors, please?
That'll hit. Take 12.
Unconscious.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was really hoping you wouldn't go down.
Sear shot.
I need to test even if my spells will go through this mirror.
Well, your current frame, for current frame of reference, you do have sight to here, but not here, because columns. So you could attack this new one, but this one's kind of invisible to you.
I'm just gonna do a Ray of Frost. I just need to know if my spells can go through or not.
Okay, go ahead and cast your spell. It flares through. The rest of you see this bolt of ice kind of shimmy through and hit one of the columns and kind of just bounce and glance off of it.
So real quick, did you do the smite damage?
No, I didn't. But it won't kill him outright because he was dropped to 0, so I don't need to.
Okay. I'm not sure if you like wasted the spell because you missed or wasted the spell because you hit.
No, I wouldn't have wasted on a miss. It stays until I hit. But it hit him,
Okay.
and it did more than enough. He did more than enough damage to knock him down, just off the hit. Searshaw, once you do that, Plelavos gives you kind of like a nod and casts a spell himself. He be casting.
Okay. This is fucking crazy.
On Typhon. He says, I always want to tell you you were a dick.
Vicious mockery.
He fails. All right. Farron?
All right.
Oh, right. I got you. Where
Well,
is Lowe's?
you know what?
Oh, so you can cast spells through the mirror?
You
That's
guys,
amazing. Yeah.
you only live once, right?
Oh, man.
I'm thinking about. No, actually, this would be. No, maybe that wouldn't be bad to use. All right. That would be bad to use. I'm going to. I can't figure out what I want to do is cast Moonbeam.
Fuck.
Okay.
And I want
Target.
to cast it. It's actually 5-foot radius. I found out,
Yeah, I know what it is. Glass.
which would be 10 foot.
Yeah. Glass. So you want to get it on both?
I want to get on both of them. Yeah, and kind of like right next to the mirror over
Sure.
there. So I'll click it.
Yeah. At the start of their turn, they will make a con saving throws.
All right, and then as a. Actually, is that a bonus action to use my balm? I think it is. Yeah, it's a bonus action. I will use my Balm of Summer Court on Boozer, which I can use anybody I can see up to 120 feet away. So let me click on that so that he'll get a little bit of healing. Unfortunately, probably not as much as I would like. Only 8. That's a crappy roll. All right. I guess that's average. Doesn't do a lot of healing.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Oh, I could move too, right?
Mhm.
Oh shit! Farron came out. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna move back a little bit because I don't like the way this is looking. Actually, I'm gonna hide behind that so the real Farron doesn't see me because I think I'm the fake one.
Perhaps. Maybe the real
I'm
one
not
just
in
came
touch
out.
with reality anymore. All right. There we go.
Fuck.
I gotta think of what my weakness is.
Like, has
All right.
Boozer been healed? Does he need health?
Boozer's.
I'm healed.
He got 8, but that's not a whole lot.
Okay, it's better
I'm
than
gonna heal
nothing.
him again. I'm gonna have to heal him again.
Okay.
He also gets 6 temporary hit points.
Lelavos will.
1 or 3, I mean, right?
Yeah, 3. Because he spent 3 dice.
Mock the fake. Vicious mock the fake one. The fake Boozer.
Oh man.
My computer's lagging. Bear with me here.
That's all right.
It's all the PCs. This is awesome.
It's awesome until we kill ourselves.
Well, you know, I guess now we can finally say, hey, remember that time Typhon died?
Boozer's resistant to shenanigans. So Boozer will attack twice against Typhon. Nope.
Woo!
And it does look like he spoke some sort of prayer under his breath directed at Typhon. Boozer, you would recognize it as the same oath. You basically just swore the channeled divinity for vengeance.
Ooh, shit.
You're laying on the ground underneath yourself and 2 Typhons.
I'm gonna stand back up and try to finish myself off.
That's what she said. Wait, what? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to make this work.
Yeah, my sheet's lagging a bit too.
Should have quit while we were
Guys, we need
ahead.
help.
That'll
Yeah.
hit.
And I'll smite myself. Level
Mm-hmm.
2 smite.
Okay. The form of you breaks into a bunch of pieces, leaving this weird black shade floating in the air. It immediately is snapped back into the mirror, and you can see your form starting to re-manifest in the mirror.
Does that mean another one's coming?
Shit.
Not immediately. It's still a shadow form in the mirror, but it looks like it's slowly taking on your aspects again, Boozer.
That's not
Okay.
good.
And I'll move south away from the mirror then.
Okay.
This is behind, so I'm not showing a. I'm
In that mirror?
behind a pillar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll move down here and because I killed myself, I get to attack with a bonus action, so I'll do 2 attacks on the Typhon.
Make a perception check.
Oh yeah.
And Typhon loses his good arm.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, did he just chop it off on accident?
You bludgeon the real Typhon.
Oh crap.
Fuck.
He doesn't start breaking like glass, so he immediately recognizes your folly as he bleeds a bit. And you're like,
My bad. My bad.
oh, sorry.
Just, oh my god.
I'll attack the other one.
So pissed.
That was your second attack. Wasn't
I
it?
get a bonus attack because I
Oh, right.
killed myself.
Right. That will miss.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Son.
Alright.
You wasted like your one good roll on me.
I know, right?
Type in the real.
You guys are blessed, so you can roll a d4, every attack.
Oh,
You can add that to my list of titles now. Type in the real.
does 21
Roll
hit
a
him?
4 on that, you would
23
hit the
AC.
real one.
Holy crap, you have 23 AC.
I do. It's
Holy
awesome.
shit. Until you attack yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's why as soon as I stepped out of the mirror, I was like, fuck. Like, this is going to be fun.
Why we have cast?
Okay, so. Bonus action. Shield of Faith. My main action. It's gonna be. So my main action, I'm gonna swing with Lumiere.
Miss.
Okay, so
Roll d4s.
actually no, even
Roll
with a
out.
D4, I can't hit 23.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can only get 22 at the most.
Okay. Once
Yeah,
you're done, he moves his weird, just mangled arm, which you happen to have as well. He moves it like an actual real arm and casts away the shield, which kind of just hits the ground and breaks like glass. He reaches up to the hilt of Lumiere with his fake hand that moves like a real hand, grasps it. As he does so, he says the same exact prayer that you just prayed, casting Shield of Faith on himself, and he'll attack with a two-handed attack.
Yeah. If I block it with Lumiere, it shatters.
So we're gonna miss.
Ooh,
That'll work.
Nope, I'm at 25, motherfucker.
Oh, that's right. So we're gonna miss. Seer Shah.
It's gonna go from north to south.
Okay. And it's just taking that those two, the Farron and the
Just take
Typhon.
those two, yeah.
Okay. Real Farron, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. All right, let's do this. There you go.
Okay. Go ahead and take 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. What type of damage is it?
Bludgeoning.
Ooh, bludgeoning. That's brutal. All right. How come it didn't actually work?
And
Aha.
Wait,
okay.
Real Fern's the one in the top corner?
hold on. No. I'll explain it in a second.
Oh,
This is me.
So you throw this wave of water, and it seems pretty calculated, and the magic's hitting right where you want it to. But you see the black shadow form on the other side kind of have a strange manifestation, and a very similar water wave crushes over the real Farron. Two identical water waves, not exactly in the same positions in the map, but two identical water waves attacking the same target, Farron, appear and crush over both real Farron and fake Farron.
Oh, no. That sucks.
that's a little dangerous.
Oh, shit.
Right side, type in
I'm
your
pretty
phone.
sure the fake Typhon hasn't even been hurt yet.
Yeah, he
He's
just took
prone
19
right now, he
damage.
failed.
Yeah, he just took full damage there.
He should
Oh,
take
yeah,
radiant damage from starting his turn in a moonbeam.
Yeah, also, yes, they took that as well.
Do you want me to re-roll that each time, or are you just going to take that amount?
Basically, on your turn, if you're going to continue it, roll it.
Okay. All right. All right. Is it my turn now? Or Searshaw's turn.
Surshaw's done. You're up.
Okay. I will re-roll that moonbeam. I'm going to keep it right where it is. It's just getting
Okay.
Typhon then.
Sorry, apologies. Make a Constitution saving throw, Typhon.
Oh, man, I'm moonbeaming you. I'll re-roll. I'm going to have to take that moonbeam down if it's going to do that shit.
19.
Okay, so the damage on it
Oh,
back
wait.
then was 15. So you're taking half of that.
I got a.
Well, actually, you're taking full because it's DC 16.
It's 19.
No, I got a
Can you-
22.
You can roll a bless roll on
He
that
did.
too.
So you're taking.
Plus, I have
Oh, you did.
+4 from
Right.
all my other saving throw bonuses.
It's fine. It was 15 on the first initial, so take 7, or 8, like I told you before.
Okay.
Oh. Shit.
And then Farron, when it comes to our turn, and you're not taking it at the beginning of your turn, Chad. You're taking it at the beginning of their turn. When the other Typhon gets hit, you're taking it.
Oh.
So I guess magic spells against our reflections is a bad idea.
Right.
But we can use magic spells against other people's reflections.
No, I
Hello?
just used one against you, and it caused you damage.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna
Okay,
drop
then
my
I wonder
spell.
why they were able to vicious mockery then.
Oh yeah, no, he
I don't
vicious
know.
mockeried him. That's fine. Like, yeah, it hit.
Oh, it's because they're outside
Can't
the room.
reflect.
No, it's
Well,
not
you can't
because
reflect a vicious mockery.
it wasn't
Yeah.
successful.
I got you. Okay.
It wasn't
So-
successful.
Yeah.
And when she cast Ray of Frost
Alright.
into the room, it wasn't successful. When she cast the tidal wave, it was partially successful. So it had to be checked against for Farron. And when you finally got Moonbeam to activate on their turns, which I got to, the damage was taken as well, or the attempt to take damage was rolled for the real Typhon. Does it make sense yet? It's like reflecting off of
yeah.
when they take it, when they actually have to succeed or check
Yeah.
against it. Okay.
Mm.
So Farron.
All right, Boozer. I, as a bonus action, am casting the other half of my Balm of the Summer Court on you, so you gain 9 hit points because the rolls were. Ooh, 2 of them were good, and one of them was a 1. So it's so
And plus
you
3 temp.
You got 9, right? Oh yeah, plus 3 temp. You're right. I forgot about that last time. And then what I will do is, what's a good spell here that I could cast? Nothing very good. I will. That was a bonus action, right? I guess I will come over. Oh, I know what I'll do. Aha. Oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna hurt myself. All right, I guess I will. I'm gonna try throwing a produce flame at myself just to see if that's gonna hurt myself too. But that's a roll to hit thing, so I don't know. We'll just test it out on me.
You have to
Holy
move up
shit.
to attack.
What?
You'd have to move forward to attack, though.
Oh, is it further than
30 feet.
30 feet? Oh yeah, you're right. It is definitely. I will move up and hide behind this pillar.
Hmm.
All right. Do I hit myself and then take damage?
Yeah, you hit you, and then
There's no save for these.
no, I see you. A bolt of flame kind of hurls from seemingly nowhere directly at you as well. It misses you.
Ooh, thank God. Maybe I'll just keep attacking myself.
You break into 100 pieces of glass. The black form inside of the frame slides back into the mirror, and it seems to be regrowing its shape.
Oh crap, guys! We got to figure out how to stop these things. Come on, smart
I
people.
wish I still had darkness.
I don't know if it would help.
Lelivos kind of can't see from his vantage point. He'll kind of step forward and attempt to... He's actually going to try and scan the room. He's just going to take a gander. Because he doesn't know what's going on, and he sees the spells are reflecting, so he doesn't want to do anything stupid. Yeah.
I got an idea.
He's just
I
watching.
have an idea.
Okay.
Boozer needs to get away and start looking in the other mirrors and see if there's a way out of here.
Typhon, you're kind of paying attention to the mirrors. It looks like the one in the mirror is slowly becoming more like Boozer, but isn't quite there yet.
Yeah, Typhon says we need to get out of here. Start looking through the other mirrors and see if you can find a way out.
All right. I think we've checked that one already, so I'll dash to this side and take a look at this one.
Okay. Yeah, that one makes you kind of look just
Oh, boy.
weird. It kind of makes you look wider. Very strange.
That's all I can do.
Typhon.
Well, shit. 10 points of lay on hands. Lay on hand. Sorry, I need to correct that.
Okay. And then?
Healing potion.
Okay. It's your shot.
I'm gonna tell our dear bard to stay out here. I'm gonna enter the mirror.
Okay.
The water that's left over from the tidal wave, I'm going to shape onto the mirror that they were coming out of and freeze it over the mirror.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's a coating of ice over the mirror. You can still kind of see reflections from behind it, like the ice is kind of dense and white, but you can see that the mirror seems to be still acting as a mirror.
That's fine. I'm going to continue to do it next turn too, so I can build up some ice on this.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
as
guys, Sear Shot, MVP.
and
God,
as
why
hold
are
on,
you not giving this woman inspiration?
apologies. As you do, you see a very strange eminence from the top of it, and it seems to be like a windshield wiper. Just wipe it all down. You would recognize the Arcana as the Shape Water spell in reverse.
Son of a gun.
That's why he wasn't going to give her inspiration. He should have given it to her and then taken it away.
The other
Maybe don't.
got it.
Huh,
I can cast the same
rough.
spell, and that's a weird. I mean, it's a good spell. I like it, but it's not the answer.
What if you cast it but don't touch the mirror? Just build a wall in front of it.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I'm not near it. I'm 30 feet away, and it's still whatever's casting on the other side is still casting.
I guess
Yeah,
you're
she
right.
ran out. She did a water bender freaking dance, threw the water from the ground up onto it. It became ice, and then it just went.
Damn it.
Fair.
Oh, my turn? Holy shit. I look at Searshaw and I say, do you think I could dispel that mirror and it would stop crapping out people, or?
I like the idea of Farron saying crapping out people.
Yeah.
We'd have to do an Arcana check, maybe?
Well, I'm just saying you're the one who would know that. I wouldn't know. I don't know Arcana. I just know how to cast spells. So,
I don't know, maybe.
would she know that? Does that sound like something like her character would know, maybe?
She'd have to think about it on her turn.
All right, I am going to actually say, think about that on your turn, and then let me know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around and touch as many of these columns as I can, because I know that people like to touch columns.
You touch a bunch of columns.
I could probably touch I can move up to 80 if I double move and touch them all. Do you think I could touch them all, or mostly?
That's fine. You touch them all. I mean, sure.
All right. Sweet. I'll go around in a big circle then.
He just duck gooses
Like you're
it
running the
up.
bases.
He duck gooses it up with those pillars. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens yet.
Mm-mm.
It's just wait, guys. Something's gonna happen. So that was my move and all that. I guess I could do I could also do a bonus action.
Sure.
And actually, I think I will.
Why not?
How badly hurt are Typhon and
Typhon's got a little damage on him. Boozer's bloodied.
I think I will cast a spell on Boozer then.
Okay.
Yeah, I just healed myself a bunch.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I got to save one for Dispel Evil. Dispel Magic. All right, I will cast Healing Word on Boozer, and I guess I'll do a level 2. Why not? He's a good guy. All right. Give him some hit points to lose.
Yep.
If they pop up ever. What the heck's going on? It's just...
Go ahead and cast it again.
There we go. It worked. 10 hit points. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
go ahead and cast it again.
Oh, go ahead. Do I heal him again? That would be... I'm going to hit... No. Regain? What the heck? Sorry. I got to click on it again. Sorry. It's going. And then level 2. That's the bad thing about spells. You have to pick which one it is. Does he heal 10 and lose 9?
The glass Typhon's form starts to reconstruct.
No, fuck, no.
Shoot, I healed both of them, guys.
Wait, did you heal me?
The
Thank
glass Typhon.
The glass one. You're not the glass.
Not the ass
Oh, I thought it would
Typhon.
have affected me
The
because
glass
you healed me.
Typhon.
You healed Boozer.
Oh, man.
All right. Typhon, you can see that Boozer's shape in the mirror has completely reconstructed. Boozer's standing in the mirror,
man.
but then his form kind of wisps away. It kind of moves away like Boozer moved away from the mirror.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, but he's moving away in the mirror. He's leaving.
Like Boozer left in the. Remember how Boozer left? Once the form is finally taken in its full shape, it moves as if it were moving. Like if Boozer was really behind you and walking away, the mirror's reflecting that.
I wonder if it's gonna come out of another mirror.
Might.
Dude, guys, this is some fucking crazy stuff.
Typhon.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Boozer. Boozer. Don't let me skip.
Boozer. The real Boozer.
I'll just keep checking mirrors like I was asked to. I'll look at both of these down here in the corner.
Okay. The ones in the corner here, the one directly south has like a weird ghostial look to it. Like you are coming through, but you seem transparent. And then the one that's in the east corner, that one seems to be very specifically like frosty. Like it just seems like the glass is kind of frosted over.
If we touch, I've been touching these two. They're solid still.
Oh, you're still touching. Okay, so solid. When you touch the frosty one, it's cold to the touch, but it is solid. When you touch the one
I'm
like
thinking
directly,
if it's in reverse, maybe this one's the exit. If that was the one we came in, because if this one's frosty, maybe that's just replicating what Saoirse did. So I'll sort of yell that out to them.
well, it kind of, as you were looking at it in the corner of your eye, it kind of looked like it had ice or a weird kind of glaze. I'm sorry, not an ice. When I say frosty, I mean like, you know how glass can
Like
be
it's
frosted?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like frosted glass, not that it's cold frosted.
It is cold. It is cold to the touch, but it has an opaque look to it. It doesn't feel like wet or icy.
Okay, so it wasn't what I just thought. And they're all solid.
Correct.
I guess I'll just keep looking then.
Okay. And then Typhon.
Good Typhon or bad Typhon?
Real Typhon first, then Fate.
All right. See what I want to do.
Well, he's prone.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to try and shove him, but knock him prone.
He stood up last turn when he was casting spells on himself and healing himself.
Oh, so he was already knocked prone. So that's not gonna.
Yeah, it was a turn. It was a turn before when you were healing yourself.
Right.
He was prone.
Right. Fuck it. I'm just gonna lay into him. Come on, man.
That'll work.
Show me what you got. That's a hit.
Smiting yourself?
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, I'm going to. That's a hit. I'm gonna. Where's my?
You can smite.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You have to burn a slot.
Yeah. You hit it hard enough, it shatters. And its dark form that was inside of the shell snaps back into the mirror.
All right. I want to.
Saoirse, make an Arcana check.
And then Typhon moves over here.
Wrong one, sorry.
Okay. You're just befuddled. This is some very strange and old magic.
What? So,
Hey guys, I gotta make a phone call real quick, so I'm stepping away.
Have fun.
All right.
so my robe gives me 360 view. What happens if I step in the middle of the room and look at these mirrors?
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay, so some things actually become very, very aware, very noticeable to you. Okay, this mirror here has the dark shadow forms in it. Okay, this mirror here, as you kind of look over back at it, you see that it's a solid mirror, but you also see that there's these very faint white tracings of where you stepped through, where everybody stepped through. Just like they were seen when you saw them on the other side, except this is the front of them, and the backs of them was what you were seeing on the opposite side. This mirror here shows a wider version of everything that's being shown in it, and this mirror on the other side shows a skinnier version of everything that's being shown in it. This mirror here as stated, was this was the wide one. This was the tall one, right?
No, that one you said took away his horns.
Oh, right. It made it okay. So it made features smaller. This one makes features smaller. It like kind of compresses the face strangely, whereas this one kind of like makes the head big, um, like a bobblehead. This was the one up here that made stuff taller, and then this one makes things shorter. So you can see that it's opposites playing off of opposites on the other sides. This one here makes you look squiggly. This one here is kind of like the same, but it looks like it turns you upside down. This one here, I can't ping it, is a very dirty mirror. And this one down here is the cleanest mirror of the lot. And yeah, the frosted one that you're looking at right now, the one on the exact opposite side, that one looks like it has kind of like a weird melted look to it. Like it looks like the glass has been melted.
So
I
they're
think maybe
opposites of each other.
if we walk backwards through the mirror we came in, so my only idea.
Possible.
Hey,
The other
we
thing you would
tried.
notice from that specific position is that the way that everything's set up, inside each of the columns is a corpse. Looks like skeletons set inside of each of the columns.
Skeletons in the columns.
You
But-
touched them.
Very,
I did touch 'em.
very specifically only visible from the center of the room. You can see that
Oh.
as you walked to the position, even with your 360-degree vision, they weren't visible until you stepped right into that center square.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
All right. Saoirse, I'll go ahead and give you another Arcana check. Now that you have a bit more information. Your husband's 100% correct. You also notice that when the shades snapped back into the mirrors, they did so backwards, not
Right.
retreating back. I'm
Which
pretty
one
sure.
should we go?
I'm pretty sure your
Well,
husband's.
I'm going to tell Boozer to walk backwards, and because I want to stay here where I can see the white lines to point him out for where his white line was.
Okay.
Good idea.
All right, Farron. You'll be for that purpose. Then you'll just be assisting him.
I would like to ask Saoirse which one I should try to go through. Which mirror?
I just want to see if we can get through the one we came through originally. So
Okay,
I want
could try
to
it.
try walk backwards through it, right?
All right, I will try that then. And actually, I'm gonna try to do performance and do like a moonwalk backwards through it because it'd be really cool.
Okay.
See if I can. If I roll a 20, I probably can go anywhere in the world I want.
Well,
Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad.
you kind of see him back into it, and he's not doing it exactly the way he did it, but he's still able to pass through.
And I'm sure Lullivus is laughing at me when he sees me try to moonwalk through.
All of
there.
us are just kind of standing there like, second time I didn't want to go into something, and you assholes.
Well, then, anyways.
I'm pretty sure that's what Corky would say.
Sure.
He just sits there and hangs out, man. Shadow Boozer, we'll go ahead and erase that token. But Shadow Boozer, I said erase, is not in the mirror anymore. Typhon, or Boozer, real Boozer, what do you want to do?
I'll try going backwards through this mirror. See if it works on any other mirrors.
South or east?
What was the south one like again?
It's kind of like a weird, like translucent. Like you seem to be very translucent. Like you can see through your image on the other side.
Sure, we'll go with that one.
Okay, you do go through, and then when you appear out on the other side, you're actually disappearing right back into the same room. Now, when you see Boozer come out of the mirror, the way he basically came in, he's completely translucent. He appears ethereal.
Oh god.
Also, when he exits out of the mirror, from the mirror in the top left corner, an ethereal Boozer appears.
Oh, ethereal boozer. Come on.
All right. Real boy Typin.
He's gonna kill ethereal boozer. He's doing whatever
Yerkin the Gherkin.
in real life. Ethereal is cool until because you can't touch things that are in the real world when you're ethereal, right?
Yeah, he's set in the near ethereal, so he's manifest in the material plane. He cannot really manipulate things because he's still like incorporeal.
But
All right,
can
guys. I hate to break it to you, but I just got called out again.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to go ahead?
So,
You
actually, I have 15 minutes before I have to get ready.
well, here, you want me to give you guys just the simple, because you're not going to be able to deal with the actual resolution, but you do have the answer to the opt-out option. You want to just go ahead and handle that? Just say that happens.
What's that?
If you back through the mirror, just like Farron did, you'll exit and you'll be fine. But you won't be going into the thing further. Is that cool?
Okay.
Does everybody want to do
Yeah,
that?
that's fine.
If we
Okay, we're losing
if we
players
leave,
to jobs.
is outside of this place a safe place to camp? We could take a long rest. We could come back.
Again, they're not terrible friends of yours. They're sending you away. So you guys are taking your boat back and heading on home.
We have to
How
go
do we
back
go
to
back
camp.
up through the ceiling?
What's that?
How do we go back up through the ceiling?
Yeah, sure. So what you'll realize is there's a waterway that goes down over there, and it actually leads to a channel out. Yep. And that's that. Let's go ahead and do some experience. So you defeated a Drider, and I didn't give you experience for that. You technically encountered the Azumaten.
Oh yeah,
Some of
they
them.
were badass.
And you guys played with Amir for a little while. That was fun.
Actually, we figured it out, kind of, at the end.
Oh, sure.
We can come back. I would like to come back and check this out.
It's gonna be 1850 for me.
So 1850 apiece.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. 7.
You're level 7.
Level 6.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm 6 now. I was 6 before, but yeah, that's nice.
Jason's
Nice
on his
chunk of
way.
experience.
Holy crap! Have you guys played? I guess you have. Nat, you've been playing in a couple. You played in one without your husband, didn't you?
I can't remember. I think he's been in the same game as I have.
I think he was. There was one.
I think that was the one she called in.
Oh, that's right. She got sick about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But anyways, so are you 6 as
So
well then?
we
You guys are both 6. Jeez.
Yeah, I hit 6.
Dang it.
Yep.
Nice.
are we gonna have like are we gonna be able to long rest when we get back to camp or?
That's always the case. So you
Well, I
never.
didn't know if we were gonna make it back there all right.
Yeah, you never go on this. You never go on the same trip twice. And again, you probably have enough spells to cast Pass Without a Trace. Whatever. You guys get back. It's fine.
Yeah, I do actually.
I'm going to sleep, kids.
Sweet. Thank you
All
for
right.
running. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, players dropping like flies though with the jobs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm making a ton of money, John, and it's going to be awesome.
Feel free to buy me a new mic like all of Taiwo's players do for him. I'm kidding. That's
nice.
cool though. I mean, his mic was really bad. Like.
Hey, John, before I go, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Is Talos Perdex in this world?
I mean, maybe. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. Yeah.
He'd be perfect. Okay.
For what?
Well, to build me an arm.
Oh, I mean, he might be, but he's not in this freaking dungeon. That's for
Well,
damn
neither
sure.
are we, apparently.
Right.
So, anyways, that was fun. That was a really fucking cool encounter.
Killing the